Japan.
I've got to clean up my act.
Ireland.
I'm just a dope.
The Wabba Grill Lunch Hour is on right now.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Ireland, best show on radio.
What is up, people? It is Thursday. Look who's back.
Laura is back.
Laura Romo is back.
She said she has a bone to pick with us. Let's start there. What's
Yes.
the bone?
All right, guys. So you guys are very upset with me because
You picked against the Lakers.
I said the Lakers would not win.
You were right, but you picked
Right.
against them,
You
which
guys
I thought
all-
was just a lousy
Yeah,
thing to
really,
do.
really a
You
bad look.
two, Michael and Pepe, cursed me in every way, shape, or form.
Yes.
Yes, we
They
said we wanted you to get delayed at the airport.
We wanted rain. We wanted stomach
everything.
flu. We wanted everything.
So,
all the bad stuff.
Thursday, I left early, because my stomach was shot.
Okay,
and
got
I was
it.
sick for the entire rest of the day.
Okay, ding, we got
until
one.
You guys got one. It rained 85% of my trip in Puerto Rico.
Oh, wow.
So we didn't get
Really?
a lot of yes, we did not get a lot of sun. And I had 2 of my flights delayed.
There it is. See? Don't mess with us.
Yeah.
You guys suck.
We
I
can
was
will
like,
things
what?
in. We're like LeVar Ball. We can speak things
We
into
spoke
existence.
it into existence, Laura. Well,
guys did.
was it a good trip all in
No,
all?
we still had a great trip.
Good.
I would have loved more sun.
Yeah.
But it was still a great
Did you
trip.
go to
Now-
the place in San Juan where they
Yes.
claimed to have invented the pina colada?
No, we did not. We did not get to go there. So there's a few things that we didn't get to do because of the rain.
Okay.
So we have to go back.
Yeah.
But we still had a great
I
trip.
went to
All right,
Cancun
good.
for my honeymoon, and it rained about 80%
Is
of
that
the
right?
time. Yeah, we had fun, though.
Yeah, it's still fun.
All right, now, Laura, we bet $5,000. Mason was convinced you would have an engagement ring on your finger after this trip. I
Okay.
said, no way.
I said she would have a ring on her finger after this.
yeah,
trip,
I
right?
said no. Who wins?
Okay, guys. So do you guys see no ring?
Yep.
Yep.
So is that a win for me?
Or maybe a ring?
What?
Wait, what happened?
So a ring and a ring. What do you guys think?
Did you get engaged on this trip? Because if you did, I have to pay.
I did not.
Okay.
But is that a ring?
Just a
Did you
regular
get that ring on
I
the
did
trip?
not get it on the trip.
So Ireland wins.
Yeah.
And the bone I threw you to get your money back on the Pope didn't come through.
No.
I gave
I
you the
missed that one.
I gave you the Oh yeah, so a bunch of stuff happened. How many? You were gone 4 days, right?
4 days, yes.
I think Brian, you won Game of Games one day. I won it twice. Who won Friday?
Good question.
Whose game was? Do you remember whose game it was?
I can look it up.
Oh, it's my emergency game. That's right. Who won
What
my
was the
emergency game?
Oh, it was a Family Feud game.
It was a Family Feud game. Who won the Family Feud
don't know,
game?
what-
Actually, I think it was DeAndre.
Okay, so DeAndre once, me twice, Brian once.
Yep, there you
while
go.
you were gone.
I have returned to my terrible performances
Well,
in Game
wait a
of
minute
Games.
though. But you for a couple of months were Tiger Woods. Man.
I was on a
you
roll.
Were like, yeah, nobody could touch you.
I was a flash in the pan, Ireland, a flash in the pan. So last night, there I go to SoFi to
Yeah,
see
no, to Beyonce. Okay, so I got questions.
Yes.
So overall, how was it?
spectacular.
Okay.
It was, I mean,
Glad
she
you
does
went.
an amazing show. Yeah.
Was it sold out? As far as you could tell.
As far, I mean, I can't really see the 500s. I had good
Now,
seats
are
on
you
the floor.
in the are you in the same seat you're in for football?
No, I was on the
Okay.
field.
Okay.
So the whole field is where the stage is, and we were there. It looked like there were. Everybody had lights on their wrists, and it looked like the 500s were full, but I can't vouch
All right.
for it entirely.
Did she play old hits and new hits, or just old, or just new? What?
About 75% new hits.
Like the
New
Cowboy
hits.
Carter
The
stuff.
Cowboy Carter stuff. She did a little bit of Renaissance.
Is the set list you looked up beforehand, was she true to that set list?
Dead on.
Okay.
Dead on. She did, I'm trying to think of she did Crazy in Love. She did If I Were a Boy. She did like some of the
That's a
old
great
stuff.
song.
If I Were a Boy is a good song. Yeah, she did all that
Any
stuff.
warm-up act or no?
No. Yeah, she went on at 8:15 for a 7 o'clock show, which I thought was pretty respectful for a
Okay.
diva superstar. So here's what happened, John. So we had seats on the floor.
Just you and Juan, or were
Just me
others
and-
involved?
me and Juan.
Okay.
We were in the 70th row on the floor, which
Okay.
were great seats
Yeah.
on the floor, all that stuff. So we get to our seats. She did do this one. She did
Did you have
irreplaceable.
seats, or was it like festival seating?
No, we had seats. We had seats number 30 and 31 in row number 47 or whatever the hell that was. So we get there. There's no seat 31. It's like there's a 30, but there's not a 31. The 31 is the aisle seat. So we go back to customer service or guest services, and we say, hey, our seat doesn't exist, seat 31. And they said, okay, we'll use these tickets instead. 6 rows from the stage,
Wow.
center
That's
of
amazing.
the. I mean, she was right there
You could
in front of
have
us.
hit her with a ping pong
Which
ball.
I wouldn't, but yes.
Yeah.
And she's spectacular. Her music is great. The entire show was, at one point she's flying over SoFi Stadium. She was great.
Okay, so she went on at 8:15 and played until when?
11:30.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And by the way, in the third hour, her voice was just as good as it was in the first hour. Just amazing, amazing voice. I think purest voice there is, just straight up. I mean, she was singing opera in the third hour. She was amazing,
Wow.
amazing. So, but the upgrade on seats, next time.
And you never saw it coming.
Never saw it coming. Never saw it. I mean, I wasn't even trying to work an angle. Cappy would have probably tried to work an angle
Yeah.
to get up there,
That's
but
true.
I just, by
You just want-
necessity.
Cappy's going to be jealous when he hears that story that he didn't think of it.
Oh, yeah.
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 How's beach life?
Beach Life is fun. And Cap, by the way, Cappy at Beach Life didn't have tickets to anything, and he just glommed onto us and went to everything and was right next to us the whole time.
That's hilarious.
That is-
Him and Rachel, he was brilliant.
That is very Cappy.
He hey-kinged the whole thing.
Good
And
for him.
I don't think he paid a dime. I think he...
You don't think he paid a dime to even
Nothing?
go to
I
Beach
think,
Life?
No, I think he got media passes, and he used the passes to get in, and then he just acted like he owned the place. I mean, we can ask him when he comes
Yeah,
on
we'll
later.
find out.
But my guess is that he just hey-kinged everything.
Wow, good for him. I got to learn how to hey king.
Same.
Coming up next for you, the Boston Celtics Hall of Famer who is trying to pay up on a crazy bet. We will do that coming up for you. Meanwhile, Saturday, it's all going down. Cappy Travis Morales calling Metro Little League live from Lake Center Athletic Park in Santa Fe Springs. First pitch at noon. That's this Saturday, May 10th. Classic Little League on our YouTube channel, ESPN LA. All right, so you know I drive a Hyundai Elantra. Moment I started working with the Southern California Hyundai dealers, had dinner with these guys a couple of weeks ago, fantastic dudes. And I'm like, okay, I want to test drive everything. So I test drove the Sonata, which I almost got. The Santa Fe for an SUV is beautiful. SUV I don't really need. But the Ioniq 6, if you want an EV with a really long range, you got to drive the Ioniq 6. Advantages of all Hyundai cars include their available class exclusive digital key and available remote smart parking assist. And because they want the road ahead to be as worry-free as possible, every new Hyundai comes complete with America's best warranty, a 10-year or 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. It's time for you to do what I did. Test drive one of your favorite Hyundais today, only at your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it. Yeah. Tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes.
LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, avnergatt.com.
Hey, Ma, you know how you've always wanted a Ford Mustang Mach-E? I got good news for you. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're giving away a Ford Mustang Mach-E. Earn entries now playing table games, and on the 31st, you could drive away in a Mustang.
Number 2.
Moms get a free carnation on Mother's Day.
And the number 1 reason.
Mom's Day Sparkling Wine Brunch. A row buffet, bubbly, and a gift, all for a special price on Mother's Day.
Morongo, good times.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get a taste of that winning feeling before the buzzer sounds with ESPN Bet's early victory promo. Simply place a pregame moneyline bet on any NBA playoff game, and if the team you back goes up by 20 or more points at any point in the game, your bet will get paid out early. Available throughout the NBA playoffs at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
You're checking out the Waba Grill Lunch Hour here on Mason and Ireland.
Sup, people?
Why do they grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins, fresh steamed vegetables, and signature sauces. Download the Waba Rewards app today or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you. Just like Mason and Ireland are for you.
Tell me if I'm weird here. Don't answer
Yes,
that question.
you're weird.
I knew that was coming.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour rolls on right now.
So the Knicks are up 2-0 on the Celtics after the Celtics blow another 20-point lead last night.
Both games 1 and
Yep.
2, they've won 20-point leads.
Amazing. And, a lot of people were pretty sure, including me, by the way, that Boston would win game 2. Paul Pierce a little bit more sure.
Celtics lose game 2 at home. I promise you, I'm walking here tomorrow. I'm walking here. I'm walking here 15 miles. I'm walking here in my robe, no shoes on, bare feet, if the Celtics lose tonight. You got a better chance at walking out of the studio and seeing a dinosaur than the Celtics losing.
Boston. All right, so, Laura, do we have an update? Is Paul Pierce walking to FS1?
Yes, he sure walked. I don't know if he walked barefoot, but he did walk in his robe.
Did he make it?
He did make it.
And how do you have an estimate on mileage?
I think it was about 20.2 miles.
20.2 miles.
He shared a screenshot of how long it would take him to get there. It was about 3 hours.
Well, good for him.
Good for him. Good for him.
Would you have done it, Mace? If you would have lost the bet, would you have really done it?
If I made a bet like that, you
got to do something.
I believe you got to pay a bet off. Otherwise,
you
you're
gotta
a
do
real
something.
jerk. Like Ireland was in a boat like this, right?
Yeah, when I was in Dave Miller and I left myself a little wiggle room, but I said, if the Lakers lost this game, I think I'd walk home from Cleveland. That's how sure I am they're going to win.
Yep.
He goes, really? You'd walk home? I go, the Lakers aren't losing this game. So we went back and played the tape, and I said, I kind of did say I would do that. I couldn't, it was in the middle of the season, so I couldn't walk back from Cleveland. But I did the Autism Speaks walk, and I raised about $45,000. The mistake I made was the Autism Speaks walk was on a Saturday after the Lakers had a playoff game in New Orleans on a Friday night.
Oh, no.
So thank goodness Roger Williams, who is a season ticket holder, Roger and his wife Mary, gave me his plane.
Gave you his PJ.
Yeah, and it was a small plane, so it took me longer to fly from New Orleans to L.A. than it should. Took about 6 hours.
Yeah.
But I made it. So
Were there flight attendants?
No.
There was no food?
Me and the pilot. No anything.
Did you have to wear your seatbelt?
No. I slept on the floor.
Were you on the floor? Were you allowed to use your phone?
No.
No.
We took off at 1 a.m., I think.
Yeah.
And no, we took off at midnight, and I got in at 5:30, and the walk started at 7 a.m.
So technically, this is a PJ, but it's not a PJ.
Right.
It's not like a Succession
it
PJ.
wasn't. It was a prop plane.
Oh, a prop plane?
Like it had
What,
propellers.
you have to go out and
No,
do
not
one
that
of those
bad.
things?
But and I was very thankful. There's the only way I could do it.
I'm sure.
And but he made it happen, so it was great.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Hey, I wanted to mention little.
That was a long time. It's like 20 years ago.
Yeah, and you wound up raising a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, so
which was cool.
it all came out good.
So good for Paul Pierce walking his way to
I hope he wears shoes,
FS1 today. I don't know. I'd be curious. He said specifically barefoot. He was wearing a robe.
He was wearing a robe.
Yeah, if I was in charge of that bet, I would say, okay, you can wear some type of footwear.
Yeah,
you can
wear slides or something.
Yeah, something whatever you need. I don't want to see you suffer permanent damage to your feet.
Exactly. All right, so I think the Dodgers yesterday blew out the Marlins. They blew them out late,
10-1,
but they got just huge performances from Landon Knack, who went 5, and Matt Sauer, who went 4. They have had the most overtaxed bullpen in Major League Baseball the entire season long, not getting enough innings from starters. And yesterday, those two guys stepped up and gave them a great performance. In fact, the one run was unearned. It's because the infield, they just butchered the entire ninth. Did you see the ninth inning? There's just error on Kim, error on Muncy. That's how the run scored. But those guys, critical to having a fresh bullpen going into this 4-game series at Arizona, the end of 10 games in 10 days.
And a couple of things of note happened. Number one, James Outman hit a 3-run homer. They're desperate for Outman to find his swing, so hopefully that's an indication that he may be on his way. And Freddie Freeman in the series in Miami went 8 for 13 with 6 RBIs and 2 homers. He had a bases-loaded triple. You said it earlier, Mace. I think he's an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
The Dodgers have the best record in baseball. He's been the best player on the team. He's coming off of being World Series MVP. I think he's going to be right there.
I think he's going to be right there. He's missed 11 games, so he doesn't quite qualify in terms of number of at-bats and all that stuff, but he's batting .372 with 25 RBIs, 26 RBIs, something like that. I mean, just off to a spectacular start. And Hae-Sung Kim is now 5 for 12. Yesterday had an RBI and a stolen base. So far, 5 for 12, 2 RBIs, 2 stolen bases.
Where is he playing?
Well, yesterday he started in center and moved to second.
Okay, but normally, if everybody gets healthy, he'll be at second.
Technically,
right?
Yeah, I think he will mostly be the second.
So who does
baseman.
that put on the bench if everybody's healthy?
Well, no Kike.
Kike is a bench player now. Chris Taylor's a bench player now.
Edmund comes back. He plays second short.
No, he's going to play center.
Miguel Rojas. Well, I don't know. He can play second second, short, and center field. Rojas can play second and short.
But if you have everybody healthy.
Yep.
If you had your best lineup, isn't your outfield in some way, shape, or form Teoscar Hernandez, Tommy Edman, and Andy Pages?
Yes.
Okay, so if that's your outfield, that means Mookie plays short.
Right.
And Kim plays
second.
Right, so Rojas is the odd man out. Rojas is out, is coming off the bench.
Yep.
Taylor's coming off the bench. Kike's coming off the bench.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
By the way, 5 hits in 12 at-bats for Hae-Sung Kim. I believe Michael Conforto went into Monday night on an 0 for 30 streak.
Yeah, and he's now a bench player.
Totally scuffling.
He's Chris
Taylor.
Scuffling,
Yeah. All right, so Dodgers, great. They open a series at Arizona tonight, and it's Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the mound.
Who's been unbelievable.
Who's got like a .90 ERA. He's a Cy Young Award candidate without question as of right now. And, I wanted to – actually, do we have time? Yeah, let's do this. So, John, the series in the NBA are all underway right now. We've got Boston down 2-0.
Yeah.
We've got
Cleveland down 2-0.
Cleveland down 2-0. We've got OKC in a 1-1 series, and you've got Golden State up 1-0, right?
No, 1-1.
1-1 now in that series. So I've got the very.
Wait a minute. You're right. It's the
I thought so. They've only played one. Golden State 1-0.
That game is tonight.
Yeah.
So it's 1-0 Warriors.
So it's Knicks 2-0, Indiana 2-0, OKC Denver 1-1, and Golden State about to play their second game with the Warriors up
with no
up
Steph.
1. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, John, now given all of the injuries and what we're dealing with in terms of where these teams stand, who do you like to win these series?
I cannot figure out the East.
Okay.
In the West, I think Oklahoma City's going to the finals.
Oh, you think so?
I do. In the East, I can't, and I'm curious if you can.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine both Boston and Cleveland go out.
I think Cleveland's going out.
But would Boston then go out? One of them has to come back, right?
I mean, statistically, you'd have to say it's unlikely, don't you?
I just can't believe that the 1 and the 2 are going to go out, and that the Eastern Conference Finals are going to be the Knicks against the Pacers. You think that's happening?
Knicks, Pacers.
Both of them are up 2-0.
One will come back.
That's what I'm saying.
One of the two. Yeah, one of the two.
Probably Boston, because Cleveland's got some injuries. But I played golf today with a huge Cavs fan, and he was saying if they get healthy, he thinks the Cavs can come back, but he's not sure they're getting healthy.
So what percentage chance, according to Vegas, the Pacers are favored to win that series now?
Okay.
What percentage chance, according to Vegas, do the Cavs have of coming back to win that series?
I would say it's probably pretty good. 45%, I would guess.
The Pacers are 65% likely to win that series now.
So 35.
35, yeah.
Okay.
Knicks versus Boston. Again, Knicks up 2-0 here. The Celtics are favored. What do you think?
Are they really?
Yeah, what do you think the percentage chance
It's got to be very close, like 55,
Yeah,
45.
it's 53.5%. So Boston's still favored to come back to win that series. Denver, OKC. Thunder, favorites. Percentage chance they win is
65.
83%, according to Vegas.
Yeah, I figured it'd be high.
And the last one, again, no Steph. The
Warriors and the Wolves.
The Wolves are favored. What percentage chance do the Wolves have of
60.
winning that series? Yeah, 67%.
Yeah.
So there you have that.
And I think that's the only game tonight.
Yeah,
I think
it's only
Golden
one game
State,
tonight.
Minnesota is the only one.
Yeah, that's the one. All right, coming up next, going to spin the wheel of questions. Hey, if you're injured in an accident, you got to immediately see a doctor, get back on the road to recovery. But what happens if you call your doctor, then they don't got an opening for a week or even 2 weeks? I'm telling you, when you call Jacob, you know he is going to handle every aspect of your case. That includes getting you a doctor's appointment, usually that same day, with a doctor in your area. And the doctor doesn't get paid until the end of the case, so you don't have to pay a penny out of pocket to get the health care you need. Even if you are in between jobs or you don't have health insurance, Jacob can immediately get you the medical attention that you deserve. And if you prefer to meet face-to-face, Jacob's team can come to you, or you can head to Jacob's office. Call Jacob, 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. And if you or a loved one has been injured or lost property because of the recent wildfires, lawsuits have been filed against those responsible. Please call Jacob for a free case evaluation or help reviewing your insurance policy and claims. He'll do that completely free. CallJacob.com. Together we are LA Strong. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
We're driving down to Anaheim. I'm going to take Chris home. And I look at my GPS and I'm like, oh man, this thing's coming up. I got to move over.
Right.
So I start making my move over, but I am like late. I'm going to miss this exit. I'm going to miss it.
And Chris is freaking out.
No, he's sound asleep.
Oh, okay.
This kid has been sound asleep for an hour and change.
Yeah. Were you listening to like a podcast or something?
I was listening to the radio. I was looking on Instagram. I mean, I'm not.
You were looking on Instagram.
I wasn't texting.
Yeah.
And then I veer over, right? And I'm like, oh no! I hit like the curb
with your tire.
So I go over the curb, and I mean, I'm sure we caught air by like, I don't know, like 10 or 15 feet. And Chris wakes up. He's like, "Ah, what the hell?" Like he thought the car was flipping over and over and over.
Of course,
because he woke up out of a dead sleep.
Yeah, because he thought he was dead again.
Right.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap
on 710 ESPN.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives. We partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Your next Subaru is waiting for you at Subaru of Glendale. Check this out. Lease a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek Sport CVT for just $299 a month plus tax for 36 months. One at this payment. VIN S3703-172. MSRP $31,935. $33.99 due at signing. Call 888-855-6434 or check out SubaruofGlendale.net. On approved Tier 1 credit through Subaru Motors Finance. No security deposit. 10,000 miles a year. Model code SRD-21.
We're everyday people doing good in our community. Our kindness runs deep, just like our blood. The same blood we donate to help treat sickle cell disease, which hits Black people the hardest. Good news is, 1 in 3 Black blood donors is a match for someone struggling with sickle cell disease. Stand tall in the eyes of your community. Donate today because our blood saves lives. Visit redcrossblood.org/ourblood to make your donation.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ. That's JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
Oh, you're back. Yeah.
Oh, I'm back. Sorry.
You're back.
Yeah.
Sorry about
That's
that.
a dumbass
There you go.
Huh?
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right, guys. We talk a lot about baseball and fans catching or may not catching balls here.
Yep.
So at Yankee Stadium, something weird happened where it seems like a teenager caught Aaron Judge's home run. He's celebrating. He's going crazy with his friends. And oops, the ball rolls out of his glove.
Yep.
And a very slick fan next to him goes, oh, I see the ball.
Yep.
Grabs the ball, puts it in his pocket. Now,
that's interesting.
Yeah, because I wonder who gets to keep the ball. Is it the original person who caught the ball and it accidentally slips out because he's celebrating? Or the guy that says, hey, opportunity, I see the ball rolling, I grabbed it, put it in my pocket. And the guy seemed very, slick when he caught it.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you guys is, who gets to keep this ball? Is it the fan that caught it initially or the guy that says, slipped out, now it's mine? Mace, I'll start with you.
I will say possession is it 9/10 of the law,
Yes,
I think? Possession
I've heard that
is
before.
9/10 of the law. There's also a more sophisticated rule called finders keepers.
Losers weepers?
Yeah, I believe that the guy who got the ball after it slipped out of the guy's hands has a right to that baseball.
Okay. Ireland?
I would give it to the guy who caught it originally.
No, really?
I would. Brian, how about you?
I would keep the ball. I feel like here it kind of matters the length of time. So in the video, it's very short. He drops the ball right after he catches it, celebrating. If there was a couple minutes, I would give the ball back. But because it happened so, simultaneously, I'm keeping that sucker.
Yeah, I say I would keep that
Laura,
too.
how about you?
So I definitely would keep the ball, but update on the story, the guy did give the ball back.
He did give it back,
did.
yes.
Okay,
So
but
that
you
was
all
the
three
story.
of you would keep it.
I would keep it. Yeah, he lost it.
The
That's
best
like-
part of it, too, is he did it all secretly, and the guys behind him saw it, but nobody else around
Nobody
seemed
else
to know.
did, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently the TV announcers
Yes.
saw it, and they were going to guilt the guy into giving it back if he didn't give it back.
Yes.
But if this went to,
if it went to a court, I think the guy
we
that
should
picked
ask
up the
Jake.
baseball would win.
Hey, Laura, next time Jacob comes in, he was just here. He was here a couple days ago. But the next time Jacob comes in, let's ask him who.
I will write it down.
If it went to court,
yes,
you guys might be right.
Right.
I may not have a leg to stand. I'm just saying the right thing to do is not ruin this guy's moment.
Right.
He caught a ball. It's Aaron Judge having a monster year. I didn't really do anything except stumble into a dropped baseball. I'd give it back.
Do you
to
think
the guy.
he did it to honor Aaron Judge's dropped
Wow,
baseball
nice.
last year.
Oh, man.
Wow, Mace,
That's
petty.
good. No, it's not.
I love it. I love the petty. I love it.
By the way,
Mace.
have you guys
Petty.
all watched the Apple World Series 3-part Dodger
Yeah.
I've
Yankees World
watched
Series?
2 parts of it now.
I finished it. It's great.
It's
Okay,
great.
have you seen the episode where Judge drops the ball?
No.
I still can't
That's
believe
the last one, yeah.
Yeah, that's the last one.
I
yeah.
still can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
You know, he had no errors the entire season, and a ball gets hit right to him, and he drops it. And then later in the same inning, Garrett Cole has a brain cramp and forgets to cover first base. They basically gave the Dodgers 5 outs.
Yep.
And they cashed it in.
They did cash it in.
But,
Absolutely.
Yeah, the Yankees have no one to blame but
No,
themselves.
and I do think. By the way, we had this conversation off the air. I'm curious on your take. You know, it is now a thing that if the other team hits a home run into your stands, you throw the baseball back out onto the field.
Yeah.
And somebody said to me, why don't they just hand the baseball to a kid? Like, why would you throw it out when you could make a kid's day?
It's to show your disgust
For
with
the other team?
With the other team, yeah. Like you're not worthy of our adoration.
Yes.
So I do think it's like I hate you so much that I would, if it got the crowd going,
Yeah.
I'd probably throw it back.
Sure. What about you, Brian? Would you throw it back?
Oh, yeah.
Not
You got
hand it to a little kid there?
No.
Come on, kid. Here you go.
Sorry, kid. You don't want this ball either. Trust me.
Now wait a minute, Brian. What if? Okay, you and I are at the game together. Okay,
Right.
We catch it, and there's a kid dressed head to toe like Aaron Judge next to us.
Oh.
And Aaron Judge just hit the homer, and this kid's been sitting next to us the whole game, and he's been nice, and he can't believe he's at the World Series. He can't believe he's watching Aaron Judge. Are we not giving that ball to that kid? To Mason's point, isn't that the right thing to do?
I don't know. Kids got to deal with heartbreak sometimes.
Hey, see
That
this?
baby back.
Gone. Yeah.
Wow,
That's rough.
Brian, that's
That
rough.
is rough.
You're
Brian.
a rough
Brian
guy.
is tough.
Wow.
Well, you gotta, I mean, there is there are things in life where you it opens your eyes at a certain age that life isn't fair.
Right.
Like it
That's
normally
one.
Yeah, it normally involves advantages going to really, really good-looking people.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could be in line at the DMV and some like really attractive woman comes in and some guy goes, hey, cut in line here. Do you say anything?
Yes.
You do. See, I would.
Wait a
Oh,
minute,
yeah,
you Mr.
hell yeah.
Line, you're going to let people go in front of you, and you're Mr. I'm not going to wait in a line.
I know, but if I make the choice to wait in line, then I'm subject to all the
Here's the
idiots
thing.
I'm in line with.
What do I care if there's a pretty woman in front of
That's
me?
a good point with
It's not
you.
my department.
What
I
if
don't
Keanu Reeves walks in and you say, "Hey, Keanu, I'm big fan.
Keanu,
Take my
good
spot."
luck. Watch me. I'm doing bullet time while I get my real ID.
Does everybody have their real ID?
No.
Yes.
No, I have a 7 a.m. appointment tomorrow morning.
Ooh. Yeah, I heard they're
DMV.
doing it. They're
Wait, you
doing it
gotta
on
go in
Saturdays
person?
too.
In person, yeah.
You do have to go in person.
How
to
far
get
is the
real
DMV?
ID.
It's like 10 minutes from my house, so it's not
All right.
too bad. But I also, my driver license expires in a couple months,
Oh,
and I
no.
went to like renew it online and all that, and it wouldn't let
Okay.
me because I didn't have a real ID.
Got it.
Right. So let me tell you why it's important to have your driver's license. It's not, and Brian, I'll speak a language that will hit home with you. So as you guys know, I use cannabis gummies to sleep.
Yes.
I went in to buy the cannabis gummies last year, and it was like 2 days after my birthday, and I wasn't paying attention that my license had expired. And she goes, "You got your license?" I go, "Yeah, sure." And she goes, "I can't sell you anything." He goes, "Why?" He goes, "Your license is expired."
Oh my God, that's my worst nightmare.
Right.
And
oh my
I
God.
went,
I'm going
I
at
would
7 in
lose
the
my
morning.
mind.
So I keep that appointment, set an alarm.
Yes.
Keep
Yeah.
an appointment.
Might be a little tired tomorrow, but you'll know why.
Now you can still fly because I have a passport
You could still fly.
and I've got a global entry card, and
You're
those
good.
two are both
Yes.
okay. So I'm not going to go into this
I just got
mishigas with the real ID thing.
Yeah, I just got not global entry, but
TSA.
pre-TSA.
TSA pre,
I got
yeah.
I got TSA pre 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's
I'm
good.
going to use it for the first time on Sunday. I'm flying to Idaho Sunday.
Yeah, but it is
Amazing.
true that your point there that pretty people do have an advantage over the rest of us
Or-
is just a fact.
Yeah, and what'll happen in the world where I worked in TV news, you like work in these small towns. Like and this is very typical of most people in TV news.
Right.
I went from Monroe, Louisiana to Beaumont, Texas to San Diego to LA. That's like Kurt Sandoval went from like Grand Junction, Colorado to San Diego to
Right.
Denver to LA.
Okay.
You know, everybody's got unless you're connected in
Yes.
some way, it's normally 3-4 stops minimum.
Right.
Unless you're ridiculously good looking.
Yeah.
If you're ridiculously good looking, male or female, you can jump the line, and it drives people crazy. I accepted it from day one. I just went, well, I don't look like her.
Right.
It's a visual business.
Sure.
I get it.
Right.
But man, does it drive, especially like other women when good-looking younger women jump the line,
Right.
drives them crazy.
When I go out to my mom and not stepdad Leo's house, I love watching local news when I go somewhere.
Because is it all old men, young women?
Well, you know what it is? It's lifers and climbers. And you can literally watch news. Oh, he's a lifer. He's always going to be, oh, no, that girl wants out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell right away if somebody wants to live right there in Palm Springs.
You can also tell, like, sometimes you'll get people that just wanted to stay on TV, like Fred Rogan. Like Fred was on TV in LA forever. Some station in Palm Springs called him and said, "Hey, would you want to come do sports here?" And he said, "Sure."
He's not doing sports. He's
doing news.
He's doing a half hour, like a general talk show kind of situation, and it's good. My mom and not stepdad Leo watch it.
And I think Fred enjoys being on TV, so good for him.
Yeah, a little notoriety is good for you. It's good for you. All right, so coming up at 1:15, John, did you hear what the Rams are doing?
I love this.
This
idea.
is so cool.
Rams always do the smart stuff.
Yeah. Maui camp is coming up now in June.
It's brilliant. I went to you came once.
Yeah.
I went to Laker camp in Hawaii.
So much fun.
For 8 years, and it was a complete blast.
And coming up at 1:15, I'm going to beg Kevin Demoff to take me with them.
Oh, is Kevin coming on?
Yeah, Kevin's coming on.
Sorry, Mace.
Yeah, I think he's going to do it.
No.
I think he's going to say, Mace, come aboard.
I got money on that. It wouldn't happen.
All right. We'll do that coming up. In the meantime, Sports Graffiti, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. Dodgers rolling pretty good now, heading into Arizona. It'll be the final 4 games and a 10 games in 10-day stretch, dealing with lots of injuries, all that kind of stuff. But Hae-Sung Kim has come on strong, 5 for 12 here in the early going. 2 RBIs and 2 stolen bases. What do you think where the Dodgers are right now? How about these series? Cleveland down 2-0. Celtics down 2-0. Who can come back? And anything else you got? 877-710-ESPN. That's 877-710-ESPN. We'll do some sports graffiti coming up next. And it's a Live Nation Ticket Thursday. Listen all day long for your cue to call. Be caller number 7 at 877. Not right now. Caller number 7 at 877-710-ESPN. Win 2 tickets to the Outlaw Music Festival featuring Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, Billy Strings, Sierra Hull, all live at the Hollywood Bowl May 16. You can also get tickets at Ticketmaster.com. So keep on listening for your chance to win. And Sports Graffiti coming next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
The number isn't could 100 men beat the silverback gorilla. It's how many hundreds of men would you have to take before it would actually be a fair fight? And it's not 100, it's not 200. I don't know what it is, but that's an easy one for me.
There's no way in hell we're beating the gorilla. And if we got 100 dudes, you're going first.
It's Trav and D-Far. Back tomorrow after Clinton and Friends.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com. Hey guys, it's Sedano. Mother's Day is almost here, and I've been thinking about this all the time, how my mom always took care of me, man. I remember like when I was a kid, like a little kid, I'd forget my lunch. Mom would bring it over to the school. That way I wouldn't go starving the whole day. I mean, you never forget what mom does for you. Abuela too, tia, your wifey, who does all sorts of stuff for you. And I'm sure your sister probably did plenty for you too when you were growing up. So my mom did everything to make me happy. I'm returning the favor. I'm sending her happy flowers for Happy Mother's Day from the Books Company. Short for bouquets. We're hooking you up. 25% off your your order. All you got to do is use the promo code ESPN so you can send some happy flowers too. Bouquets aren't just any flowers. Their flowers are cut fresh from the best farms, so they're bigger, brighter, and they last way longer. Some even grow on the side of a freaking volcano. Wow mom with a bright, happy bouquet, or go to Bouquets flower subscription so she gets her fresh blooms on repeat. Look, guys, you can't forget mom. Mother's Day is May 11th, so order your Bouquets now. Go to Bouquets.com. That's BOUQS.com. Promo code ESPN for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com. Promo code ESPN. Bouquets. Promo code ESPN.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station. And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason in Ireland. And it's time for Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti like we do every day at this time. Sponsored by our friends at BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout. Now let's do it. Let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti on Mason in Ireland.
All right, hey, kiddos. No, I'm not going to say that. No, let's say kiddos.
Kiddos.
Somebody's taken that phrase. Right now, phone lines open, 877-710-ESPN. Got like 3-4 lines open.
Yeah, by the
Now's
way,
a
that
good
works
chance.
out to 877-710-3776. 877-710-3776. Lines open. We start with Abraham. Abraham, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hello, fellas. I am Angelino. I'm a regular caller. I'm pretty even keeled most of the time.
Okay.
But I want to act as an alternate fan, how a Celtic fan would act. What's going on? You bean-eating losers, you bums. Pierce, take the walk. Tatum, stop acting like Kobe. They'll probably still win. But
Yeah,
that's my take.
there is. I got it.
Boston.
That's very funny.
I got a text from a buddy of mine last night, and he said, I'm so disappointed that the Lakers are out of it because I don't have a rooting interest in any of these games unless you count the fact that I'm rooting against the Celtics,
Yes.
and it's working.
Exactly.
So we
so
have
far,
that.
so good.
What do they call
Boston.
that? Schadenfreude?
Schadenfreude, yes.
Harold, you're on Sports Graffiti. Harold, go.
Hey, did you say Freeman would go into the Hall of Fame in a Dodger uniform?
No. He's first of all, he's not in the Hall of Fame yet because he's still playing.
Right. When he goes in, John, yes.
Right. Harold, would you put him in as a Brave or a Dodger?
You know what? I'm not going to be a homer. He's going in as a Brave, John, and Mace. A Brave.
So, Harold, let me ask you this, though. Obviously, history's not yet written. Doesn't it really depend on what Freddie Freeman does through the next few years with the Dodgers?
Because if you think about it, Harold, Freeman won an MVP in Atlanta, but he won a World Series MVP with the Dodgers. He's been an all-star multiple times in both places. The only thing that Atlanta has over the Dodgers is longevity. He played 12 years in Atlanta. This is, I think, his 4th or 5th year here. Mace is right. It depends how it ends, doesn't it?
Right. He may play another 5, 7, 8 years.
Well, look, if it happens to be a Dodger or a Brave, so what?
Yeah.
All right. Then why'd you call about it?
He kind of defeated his own
Wait
point.
a minute, Harold. He's like, he brings up this topic, he makes us talk about it, then afterwards he says,
He
so
said,
what?
So what?
So what?
Alec, you're on
That's the
Sports
story of my
Graffiti.
life.
Alec, go for it.
Hey, long-time listener, first-time caller. You guys are great.
Thanks, Alec.
I got a couple of things. You guys think this Boston, if they get knocked out this year, no one remembers last year, a lot of the East got hurt. Giannis was hurt. Jimmy Butler was hurt. Does it kind of, put an asterisk by that title?
No.
And secondly, JJ should have played a big
People get hurt every year. If you win the title, nobody remembers who got hurt and who didn't.
Yep.
If you win the title, you get to claim it. And so they are the 2024 champs no matter what.
Yep, no question.
Just like people like to say the Lakers won the bubble title shouldn't count. No, it counts. Everybody tried to win.
Boston.
There you go. Cameron, you're on Sports Graffiti. Cameron, go for it.
Hey, John, first-time caller.
Good. Glad to
I
have
have
you.
a question about the Lakers free agency. What would it cost for the Lakers to get Miles Turner in free agency? Would it be like a sign-and trade?
Yeah, because he's under contract. So what you want to do is look at people that are free agents. For example, Steven Adams is an unrestricted free agent. He's probably going to get more money than he made this year. He made $12 million this year.
Yep.
I think he's going to make between 15 and 20 with his new team. He might be worth it. The Lakers are in desperate need of a big, bruising, physical center. So that's what you want to look for, guys, where you wouldn't have to give up assets. Like Clint Capella is on that list.
Yeah. By the way, Miles Turner is an unrestricted free agent.
Oh, is he? I thought he resigned.
No.
Okay. So you could go after him, but he
29 years old, made $19 million last year.
Yeah, he would be more expensive, I think, than Steven Adams.
Yes.
But I'm guessing. Greg, you're on Sports Graffiti. Greg, go.
Quickly, three things. Celtics and Oilers have got to lose. I'm pushing 70. Will I ever see the Angels have a winning season again before I go 6 feet under? And the best national anthem I've ever listened to was a young man at a Kings game. He looked a lot like Mace.
Oh, wow. That's very nice.
of
I
you.
think you will, Greg.
I do, too.
See the Angels have a winning season. I don't know if you'll see them win another World Series. It would help a lot if the owner sold the team.
You know, it helps a lot if he lives to 150.
Yeah, exactly.
Then he's bound to have one.
But they can't. That fish kind of stinks from the head.
Yeah, it does.
And so they've had a lot of problems. Patrick, you're on Sports Graffiti. Patrick, go for it.
Gentlemen, what a great time. Hey, I said this before last time. Let's get Pepe on a little more on these. It's great talking to the man of wisdom, of great attributes, and who always likes to get on Michael Thompson's case. Another thing, guys, when I started listening to you guys, I was in my mid-20s. Guys, I was in my mid-20s.
Yep.
Guys, I never thought I'd been listening so long. I'm starting to plan. I'm sure I'm about a half a year away from retiring. So it's been great listening to you guys all these years. You got me through all these years, and it just shows how long you guys been on the air. But it's been great. And I remember when 710 first started here with ESPN, the great Joe McDonald was the headliner, and David Vassay and Dave Joseph were its producers. And look where they are now. They're doing great work.
Great work.
Great
work. So,
Vassay is
Thanks.
the Dodgers reporter on radio, and he goes with them wherever they go. And Dave Joseph, I believe, is doing PA work in Utah.
He's doing the new hockey team in Utah.
Chris, you're on Sports Graffiti. Chris, go.
I'm going to play GM if you'll allow me.
Cool.
You get to pick one. Two of them have to go. These strikeouts, man, we need someone to get a piece of the baseball. We can't afford all of these strikeouts. Muncy, Taylor, and Barnes. You can only keep one. And please don't say Muncy. He was cut from the Oakland A's.
If you put it that way, if you're making me cut two of them, you have to keep Barnes because he's a backup catcher, and you only have one catcher.
Then Muncy's gone.
No, see, I would keep Muncy because he plays every day.
No!
Yes.
And then
you have to.
And then would you bring up that hot shot catcher?
What are you going to do? You can live without Austin Barnes.
Minor leagues. We have young players in the minor leagues.
Yeah, call up Dalton Rushing to back up Will Smith.
Yeah, that's true. The Dodgers' top prospect is a catcher.
We don't need Muncy. We don't need Muncy.
Boy, there's just a
Too many
full-on
strikeouts, fellas.
Yeah, there's no question. He's off to a terrible start.
But that's been his game the whole time he's been a Dodger. It's either feast or famine with Max. He either hits homers and doubles or he strikes out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he's been the whole time. We can't be surprised by it now.
He is off to just a really brutal start. 177, 20 hits and 113 at-bats, 1 home run, 7 RBIs, and to his point, plate appearances 135, strikeouts 43, so he's striking out, I don't know, quarter of the time, third of the time. So, yeah, he's an issue.
Cut by the A's, too.
Do you believe? Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah. But Brian, do you have faith that Muncy's going to come around? He's got glasses now. He had astigmatism, and now he's seeing through the glasses.
I don't have too much faith. I think maybe he can 230 home runs. That's about what you're going to get.
Okay, so you got to get rid of one. Michael Conforto or Max Muncy?
Conforto, he's new.
Yeah, Conforto.
At least
Yeah,
Muncie has done it for us in the
Muncie
playoffs.
has heritage with us.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
until yesterday, Conforto was on an 0 for 30 streak. That's something, man.
yeah, there's some guys when they change teams, they just can never make the adjustment.
Yeah.
And that appears to be one of them. Dan, you're on Sports Graffiti. Dan, go.
Hey, it's Ben.
Oh, Ben. Hi, Ben.
Hey, sorry. I'm a lawyer. First year in law school property class, we studied a case.
Okay.
Barry Bonds hits a home run in 2001. He's number 73. The ball's worth millions of dollars.
Right.
Alex Popov catches the ball, but because it's such a huge scramble, the ball falls out of his glove, and Patrick Hayashi picks up the ball.
Okay.
And the original guy who catches the ball, Alex, sues him, and he says it's his ball, and it goes to court. And the ball is worth millions of dollars. Crazy case. The court ended up saying that they had to split the ball.
Really?
Oh, they split. They shared the money,
baby.
huh?
Share the money, but it's only because it was illegally came out of Alex's glove because of the scramble. I think if you just drop the ball just of your own volition, then whoever picks it up next gets it.
So you're saying in this case somebody reached into the glove and pulled the baseball out?
No,
There was
nobody
a mad
reached in,
scramble.
but
Oh,
his
mad
ball,
scramble.
everybody's scrambling to get the ball. This is home run number 73 by Barry Bonds. He doesn't want that ball. It's worth millions of dollars. So that's why in that case they have to split it. But I think you catch a ball and you drop it and somebody else picks it up, legally it should belong to the second
There you
guy.
go. There,
Wow.
the law has spoken.
Well, you said it. Its possession is 9/10 of the
9/10
ball.
of the law.
And he
Finders
had it.
keepers.
Johnny, you're on Sports Graffiti. Johnny, go.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, a quick comment. I hope Paul Pierce was wearing some Depends on that walk.
Oh, that's right. He walked a long way.
Well, and remember,
And,
Stop, guys.
And Buck Boston. See you guys.
Yeah, there you go. Wow.
Well,
Yeah, we'll have to dump that.
okay.
Come on now, guys.
Jay, you're on Sports Graffiti. Jay, go.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, man.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So, two things. First of all, Dodgers. When is the training staff going to have some accountability? This is the second year in a row where players are going down like flies, and the training staff is doing nothing about it. Look at Gonsolin. He was lifting weights and got hurt and was out. What's going on with the training staff, and why aren't they taking accountability?
Well, it's an interesting question. I mean, I honestly think I don't know if the Dodgers are more extreme in injuries than any other team. I've not really done that. Do you think the Dodgers have more injuries than anybody else?
It's almost impossible to protect against sports injury.
Yeah,
Guys get hurt every day.
And in this case, Tyler Glasnow, not allowed to be surprised. Tyler Glasnow's
Right.
been hurt his whole career. Of course he's on the injured list. Kershaw is coming back. I'm trying to think who else. Blake Snell. We don't know anything about Blake Snell yet. I haven't
and
heard
he's
a
been
thing.
a horse. There was no indication that Blake Snell was going to get hurt.
Historically, yeah, he's expected to resume playing catch this week, according to Fabian Ardai.
Here's Oscar. Hey, Oscar, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, guys, I got two things. One, Freeman, would it be a Brave? Would it be a Dodger? He'll be a Dodger if he wants to be immortal for life. We're always going to be playing his home run in the World Series forever. Second thing, we don't need Acapulco from the Bucks. What we do need is the guy from Memphis, Jr. Jones Jr.
Jaron Jackson Jr. Yeah.
Yeah, he's up for grabs. We should be all over him.
He's not up
That
for
guy plays
grabs.
defense.
You'd have to trade for him, and
he's
you'd
not-
have to give up a ton to
Yeah,
get him.
that's not a jump ball. He's under contract.
And the Grizzlies have a really good GM.
Yeah.
So you're not getting that guy out of there for nothing. Let's do one more. Dan, you're on Sports Graffiti. Dan, go.
Hey guys, how you doing? Quick question. My buddies and I have been having this debate, and I'm curious to think curious to know what you guys think about this. What's more impressive, Mookie Betts with his 3 World Series but no MVP or no World Series MVPs, Freddie Freeman with his 2 World Series and 1 World Series MVP, or Shohei with just 1 championship with a bunch of MVPs?
Oh, that's interesting. So I'm trying to think. How many MVPs does Shohei have?
3, I think.
3?
Yeah, and by the way, regular season MVPs are harder to win than World Series MVPs because you have to do it for 6 months, and World Series you have to do it for 2 weeks. But World Series MVP is the one everyone wants because that means you probably won the World Series. Based on those three, if the question is who's had a more impressive list of awards, I think it's Shohei. Because he won Rookie of the Year. He's won 3 MVPs. He's
won a World Championship.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be almost impossible. His trophy case is going to need to be expanded every year.
But Mookie, 3 World Series and an MVP. Freddie, 2 World Series, a World Series MVP. Yeah, I think it's Shohei just based on the sheer volume of.
And wait a minute, hasn't Mookie been in 4 World Series? He's won 2, lost 2. He lost to the Red Sox and the Astros,
beat
and
the Dodgers.
He beat the Rays and the Yankees. He's been in 4.
Is that right? But he's won 3?
He's won 3.
Oh, wait, because he won a couple with the Red Sox.
Well, yeah, right.
2018, then obviously 2020, and then 2021.
Wait, didn't he win 2 with the Red Sox?
No.
He beat us.
2018. I don't think the Red Sox won another one.
I thought he had one
era.
more. Mookie's played his whole career in the World Series.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
All right. Tell you what, we got Kevin Demoff coming up in here in a minute.
Kevin has been insanely busy.
Oh, so much going on.
All 3 of his teams were at the height of the Rams had the draft going on. The Avalanche were in the playoffs. The Nuggets were in the playoffs. And now the Rams are going to Hawaii.
Yeah, incredible. Hey, let's talk about it on Sports Graffiti is sponsored by BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Go to betterhelp.com. All right, so caller number 7 right now. Is that what we got? Caller number 7, 877-710-ESPN. Caller number 7, you win 2 tickets to the Outlaw Music Festival featuring Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, Billy Strings, Sierra Hall, all live at the Hollywood Bowl, May 16. Caller number 7 right now, 877-710-ESPN. And, of course, you can also get your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Mason and Ireland, 710-ESPN.
It's a Sunday night showdown in British Columbia as LAFC go head up with the Whitecaps.
To Jeremy, top of the area, left-footed shot, and he found history!
The black and gold are unbeaten in 4 straight matches and come face-to-face with the top team in Major League Soccer.
What a statement it could be to, take down the top team in the West right now on the road.
Los Angeles Football Club battle the Vancouver Whitecaps. Coverage starts Sunday at 3:30 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Be sure to catch Let's Talk About It on Sports Graffiti, weekday afternoons at 1 p.m. on Mason and Ireland. Sponsored by BetterHelp. Mental health is health. Visit BetterHelp.com/timeout today for 10% off your first month of therapy. BetterHelp.com/timeout.
Inheriting a home can be overwhelming. Between repairs and the time it takes to get everything ready to sell, it can feel like more trouble than it's worth. That's where Seller's Advantage comes in. One real customer who inherited a home shared their experience, and I quote, "We had an inheritance from a relative. It would have taken us a lot of time, money, and headaches to get the property in shape to sell. I heard about Seller's Advantage from a radio commercial and decided to give them a try. Their offer was reasonable, and we accepted it. They took care of all the physical effort and legal complexities. We closed within 3 weeks. I would highly recommend them to anyone," end quote. No matter what your reason for selling, call Seller's Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, or use the website sellersadvantage.com for your free, no obligation cash offer. Sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Next Gen, the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans. Spring is here, and that means it's time for a fresh start. Did you know indoor air can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air? Dust, allergens, and pollutants build up in your ductwork and circulate through your home and can affect your family's health. Next Gen is offering ESPN LA listeners a special spring cleaning deal to help you enjoy cleaner, safer air all season long. For a limited time, homeowners can redeem a whole home air purifier, a $1,250 value, free with any whole home duct system replacement. That's right, remove dust, allergens, and pollutants so you and your family can breathe cleaner, healthier air every day of the week. They're there for you 7 days a week with 5-star service because your family's safety and comfort are always a top priority. Don't wait. Call 833-3-NEXTGEN. That's 833-3-NEXGEN today to start breathing cleaner, safer air tomorrow.
NEXGEN, call 833-3-NEXTGEN.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason in Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Rams season cannot get here fast enough. Very optimistic, very excited. We actually noticed this week there was a Rams or a sentiment survey of every team in the NFL. The most optimistic fans are Rams fans, and joining us right now is one of the reasons. The president of the Los Angeles Rams and the Kroenke Sports Group, Kevin Demoff. Kevin, thanks for coming on, man. How are you?
My pleasure. I'll do my best not to tamper down that enthusiasm.
No, Kevin, I was wondering today, because as you know about me, I never sleep. But you, for the last 3 weeks, I can't imagine, have been getting a lot of rest. For people that don't know, Kevin's in charge of Kroenke Sports, so it's not just the Rams, but it's the Nuggets and it's the Avalanche. And right around the time of the draft, Kevin, I was thinking about you because you had the Rams draft, and the Nuggets were in the playoffs, and the Avalanche are in the playoffs. So how do you decide, where to go and what to focus on?
You know, we always try to go to the home games first and foremost, so you try to make sure you're there for that. And then we always try to make sure if there's an elimination game that you be there for that. And then you try to be there for the draft. But there was a picture of me on the 5th round of the draft when we traded up, and I believe we drafted Chris Paul, and I had my backpack on, and I got a bunch of questions like, where are you going? And I'm like, we got game 4s all over the place, people. No offense to, our last picks. So, I looked down, we had pick 180 and then 249. I'm like, I'm going to Denver. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and landed in time to watch Aaron Gordon slam it home against the Clippers and then watch the Avs beat the Stars. So
great.
It's been a busy few weeks. Unfortunately, it's getting a little bit less busy, but we got a big weekend in Denver, so looking forward to that.
Yeah. I'm curious about, first of all, how there's a gigantic event coming up. You guys are taking minicamp to Hawaii.
I love this idea.
This is such a killer idea. You're going to, in part, help build homes in Lahaina, where they've had so many problems through Habitat for Humanity. How did this whole thing come about?
Really, when we played the preseason game there in 2019 in Honolulu, we realized what a great adventure it was for our players. They love going to Hawaii, for our coaches, our families, but also just what an amazing football fan base there is in Hawaii. It is a football mad state. And, really our goal to go be the professional team for the islands. And we've been working with Hawaii Tourism on ideas, but how do we bring the team back? And they've knocked down Aloha Stadium, so we can't play a preseason game there. But it's been that maybe we can do a mini camp, and this idea came to go partner with Maui around tourism. So we're going to take the team and partners, maybe some of the people who cover us, depending on their availability.
I don't know. I'm just checking my calendar.
Trust me, he's available, Kevin, and then some.
I've got a window in my calendar. How about that?
So we're going to go do a couple of practices like we would do for mini camp that'll be open to the public. Then we'll go work with the community, whether it's Habitat for Humanity, some beach cleanup, and a ton of youth football clinics, flag football clinics, but really trying to build that connection between the Rams and the islands, but also give our players a great reward for the end of the season. They'll be able to bring their families. Our coaches will be able to bring their families and really cap off the offseason in a great way.
That's very cool.
Yeah, Kevin, you're
Very
going to
cool.
love it. I did the last 8 years the Lakers trained in Honolulu. I went with them. And what's going to happen, I'm sure you've thought about this, what's going to happen is you're going to turn all those Hawaii Islanders into Rams fans because they were all Laker fans. And, they love Puka Nacua already, and a lot of them are Rams fans. But wait till you see the turnout and how you get treated over there. The Hawaiian people are great.
Well, one of the great things about Maui, most of us, Les always goes to Hawaii after the season to recharge, as do I. And really, since all of our efforts, not only around the preseason game, but our efforts with the fires and the shirts we wore for fire relief 2 years ago, anytime you wear Rams gear, people stop you and talk about how appreciative they are of the Rams reaching out to Hawaii. And while it is 5 hours by plane, it's really the first place Hawaiian fans can come for football.
Right.
We want to make SoFi Stadium the home of the Hawaiian Islands. Obviously, they have this great tie to Vegas as well, but no doubt we view Hawaii as part of our market and part of our global strategy, and this is just another way to lay roots down there.
So you guys did it in Inglewood. Now you're going to do it with Warner Center, Rams Park at Warner Center. Describe what's going on in Woodland Hills. You guys are just taking over now, right?
Well, we're trying to take over. That's the goal. So we have 100 acres, and there's nothing Stan Kroenke does that's small. And as we look for the idea of doing a practice facility, he really wanted a great piece of real estate to go build the Rams brand away from SoFi Stadium. And we found 100 acres in Woodland Hills, right in the heart of Warner Center. It's a great location, about a half mile off the 101, where people already go. And, we now have the Village at Warner Center, which is an active mall that people can go to every day. We have our temporary practice facility, and we just submitted plans to the city of LA to start development on the 100 acres, which will be apartments, a hotel, a 5,000-seat music venue, a 2,500-seat music venue, an indoor practice facility, which can be used by high school football teams as well. And then really not only the home of the Rams, but we want it to be the sports entertainment epicenter of the Valley, where there's never really been, I think for all of you guys who have lived here, any investment in the Valley by sports teams.
Mm-hmm.
And if the San Fernando Valley was a separate city, it would be the 14th largest NFL city.
No kidding. Wow.
So why not go take your time and energy and go invest in our players have loved living out, proximate to Conejo Valley and in the West Valley. It's been a great location for us, and we can go really put down roots there. Inglewood and Hollywood Park and SoFi Stadium will be our home on game days and throughout the year, but this will be a separate epicenter of energy as well.
Awesome.
Kevin, I wanted to ask you before we let you go. Mason and I loved the trade you guys made in the first round.
Yeah.
We had Sean on. We talked to him about it. It was just a great move. The fact that you were able to get a number one next year and move down and still get a player you wanted, to us was fantastic. But I know some fans, and you talk to a lot of fans, get bummed out if you don't make a first-round pick. What was the reaction to the fans you talked to when that happened? Did they look at it the way Mason and I did for the big picture and realize that that was a really good trade, or was it a tough sell?
I don't think it was a tough sell. I think everybody understood the value. Look, one of the great things, the NFL draft is a collision of the two most popular sports in America, which is the NFL and college football. And people spend months working on mock drafts, getting excited about players, getting excited about possibilities. So to not pick always brings an element of disappointment.
Right.
And, we entered the draft, I think, with 10 picks. We finished with 6. So I understand fans just wanting more toys and the instant gratification. But I also think everybody looked at the trade and said it makes sense for the future. And one of the hardest things in sports is to balance short-term wants and long-term organizational health. And if you can try to do both in the same draft or the same year, that's what makes it exciting. I think when you leap back to where we started, I think there's so much optimism because we do view ourselves as a contender for the Super Bowl, as we have the past few years, and that's the expectation for this franchise. But the trade does allow us to keep that window open for a much longer period of time as well.
So
I think those are the
Kevin.
things I think that bring general optimism to our fan base. But were there fans who were pissed that you didn't sit there and pick at 26? Yes. But as I said, when Les Snead has the 26th pick, it's why you don't have a draft party for fans, because you know it's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you look at all the great players you guys have gotten, I mean, Cooper Kupp was a third-round pick.
Yeah,
I mean,
Puka, all these guys.
Tyron Edwards, Puka, all these guys. They're
Yeah.
really good.
Hey, so the way I viewed that was that the Rams traded for their franchise quarterback on the first night of the draft when they wound up with 2 first-round draft picks for next year's draft. Do you think somehow quarterback is going to come up in the draft room next year?
I think that all
Could.
depends on how this year goes, how Matthew plays, how he's feeling after this year. But I view the additional first-round pick as just an asset, whether that's an asset to get a great player next year and draft twice, whether it's to trade up, whether it's to take 2 first-rounders and go trade for a great player this year. There's so many ways you can use a first-round pick as an asset. And when we were building this team in 2017, 2018, we were trading high picks for proven players. That's one model. Now, I can also sit there and say Les Snead has picked 4 times in the first round in the last decade. 3 have become rookies of the year, and the other was Jared Goff, who led us to a Super Bowl. So Les Snead is pretty gold in the first round as well if we pick. So either way, I think we have great choices. But right now we're focused on 2025, building the best team we can. We'll get the schedule next week, and hopefully we'll end the season at Levi Stadium celebrating on the 49ers field.
Awesome, man. Well, listen, I just cleared one appointment I had while you guys are going to be in Hawaii. I cleared that, so I now have a totally clear window to join you in Hawaii if you need me. If you need me to help and pitch in.
We always need help. So I think ESPN LA does a meetup with ESPN Hawaii would be great. So
there it is.
We're in.
There it is.
We're in.
All right. Well, Kevin, congratulations on getting this done. I think it's going to be great for the fans, great for your team, and we're excited to be a part of it. And most of all, good luck to your 19 teams that are in the postseason. The Nuggets are hanging in there, man. That was a great win in OKC, and now you got to take care of business at home.
It was a great win. We'll block out last night and just focus on the great win. And we got a great chance with games at home on Friday and Sunday to keep this series in a great place. So fingers crossed, and we'll go from there.
All right, good luck, man. Thanks for coming on.
Awesome, man.
Thanks, guys.
There's Kevin Demoff from the Rams. Sounds like I got a reasonable chance of getting to
I think
Hawaii
you're going.
for that thing. You think so?
I think you're going. I think Sam Pines is going. I think Tommy Lamb's going. And I think this will be the second time you've gone to Hawaii with one of our teams.
That's right.
You came to the Lakers with us one year.
Yeah, we had fun that year,
Do you remember the weird thing that happened at that dinner? The original dinner?
Oh, yeah.
So
I've got video
Michael
of that exact
lied,
thing.
like he always does, and said it was his birthday. It wasn't.
Nope.
Michael's birthday's in January. We were at training camp in October.
We were at Benihana's, weren't we?
Yeah. And so Michael said, "It's my birthday. Don't I get a cake or something?" And we have video of this. They bring Michael a cupcake with one candle.
Yep.
And he says, as a joke, we go, Amanda was with us that night. She goes, "Michael, what'd you wish for?" And Michael, as a joke, says, President Trump.
President Trump.
And the whole room starts laughing.
Who knew?
Because he had just announced coming down the elevator. And everybody thought it was a joke, including Michael.
Oh yeah, no, he was it was a goof.
And then
it was that point where he was like hosting Saturday Night Live, and nobody thought that was actually a real thing.
And yet so if you want to blame somebody for that, blame Michael because he put it into the ether.
He's the one. He's the one. Hey, it's this Saturday. Cappy Travis Morales calling Metro Little League live from Lake Center Athletic Park in Santa Fe Springs. First pitch at noon, May 10th, this Saturday. It's Classic Little League on our YouTube channel, ESPN LA style. Let's ride. All right, let me see here. What are we going to do? Oh, this is good. Caton Clark will never be snubbed again, John.
No, because let's just say I won an argument that we had about a year ago.
Yes, we will do that coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Okay, Laker fans, you know I'm at every game, and now there's a new MVP, Pro Baller Energy, the official energy drink of the Lakers. Pro Baller is a natural, healthier alternative to those synthetic high-crash energy drinks. Pro Baller is packed with ultra-premium ingredients like organic agave nectar, electrolytes, biotin, essential B vitamins. Plus, it delivers 102 milligrams of natural caffeine to keep you energized without the crash. It helps reduce fatigue, boosts focus, supports your immune system, and improves performance and stamina naturally. Pro Baller is NSF certified for sports, which means pro athletes trust what's inside. Whether you're training, working, or just powering through your day, Pro Baller fuels your hustle the healthy way. And right now, you can rep the squad with the limited edition Laker can, available for a short time only. It looks great, tastes even better, and it's made to keep you locked in longer. So if you want to feel sharper, stronger, and more locked in, grab the drink that fuels the Lakers. Pro Baller is available at Costco, select convenience stores, and online at Amazon Pro Baller Energy Drinks champions. Choose clean energy.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Back tomorrow at 9 a.m. after Clinton and Friends.
I always wanted to be on the field crew for baseball.
Yeah,
I never got to do it. I want to do that.
So here's when the kids were in like Little League, doing field prep is the sweet spot.
Oh, fun. Yeah.
Because it's
dragging the field.
Peaceful.
Yeah.
It's quiet. You're outside.
That's
it's
cool.
Sunny. I love it.
Turning on the sprinkler.
Spraying the dirt with the hose.
Love it.
Dragging the field.
I think when you got to bring out, when it rains, and you got to bring out the tarp.
Oh,
I
no.
always wanted to do that.
That looks like hard work. I'd like to avoid hard
fun.
work.
And I would mess it up, and I'd get run over
It
by the
happens
tarp.
occasionally
I know.
where somebody stumbles and they just, by the way, that would be terrifying. Stuck underneath that thing. Right? That's not like a piece of saran wrap. That is a heavy-duty piece of like vinyl or whatever it is.
I may have to
That's
bring out
really
the Rambo
scary.
blade.
I would lose my damn mind if I got run over by that cylinder.
I'm getting claustrophobic.
That would be crazy.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ. That's JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Adam Schefter here. When the draft clock is ticking, you've got to pick the best talent, regardless of position, to fit your team's needs. Well, if you're hiring for your business, you want to find the best talent for any of your roles. That's why you need ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful technology hustles to find qualified candidates for your job immediately. And if you see a standout candidate, ZipRecruiter lets you personally invite them to apply. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
What's up, people? Thursday. We're almost there, right? Almost there. So, Ireland, we had a debate last year around Olympics time about Caitlin Clark and whether Caitlin Clark should have been on the U.S. women's basketball team at the 2024 Olympics. Yeah,
and they elected not to put her on the team despite the fact that she is the Pied Piper for women's college basketball.
Biggest star in the game.
She's and it's not close.
Yep.
Last year, of the top 20 WNBA/college games, she was in every one of them.
Right.
So the Women's USA Basketball elected to basically keep her off the team. And at the time, Michael and I were shocked that they would keep her off the team. You were more level-headed about it. You said, look, she's a rookie.
She'll play in the next 5 Olympics.
She'll be on the team forever.
Yep.
This isn't as big of a deal as you guys are making it
Yeah,
out
I
to be.
didn't. I did not. It was a gigantic deal, by the way. It was a huge deal. You guys were not alone. I just feel like if you're in an Olympic program, that you just wait your turn. And she was a rookie. She had not yet played a WNBA game.
She was in the middle of her first rookie season.
And an electric player, an unbelievable. But I was okay with her waiting until 2028.
And when the games will be here.
Correct,
In
in
LA.
LA.
So the coach of the Olympic team was a woman named Cheryl Reeve.
Yes.
She's the coach of the Minnesota Lynx. And after it came out, she was pretty defiant over why Caitlin Clark wasn't on the team. She said, look, she's not good enough.
Well, that's a stupid thing to say.
She's a rookie. We have players that would play more than her, and if we put her on the team, it's going to be a circus.
Yep.
Well, that's why you put her on the team.
Yeah, sure.
It's so everybody would watch your game. They won the gold medal, but they struggled. They were heavily favored by double digits in every game. They had a couple of one-possession wins. They did win the gold medal, though, and with the team that she put together. But she rubbed people the wrong way with the way she was kind of handed this golden goose in Caitlin Clark, and she poo-pooed it.
Right.
So yesterday, Team USA appointed Sue Bird, the legendary Hall of Fame player, to take over the whole women's basketball program. So Cheryl Reeve and everybody else that was connected with that team are now out.
Right.
And Sue Bird is in, and she will choose who the coach is going to be. She'll choose who all the players are going to be. I'd be tempted to do a Paul Pierce and say if Caitlin Clark's not on the next Olympic team, we should all walk.
I would absolutely do that. I will walk to Paul Pierce's house barefoot in a robe.
But unless she's hurt or for some reason doesn't want to do it, or was hurt by the way she was treated or something. But that doesn't seem to be the way Caitlin Clark operates.
You know what I didn't like too about the Olympic, even with Caitlin Clark there, if she had been there, the U.S. women's national team played in the gold medal final at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. Even if Caitlin Clark was, those are terrible times.
Well, that's not Cheryl Reeve's fault.
It's not Cheryl Reeve's fault.
Yeah.
But the point is, like, you couldn't even get a number at 6:30 in the morning in Los Angeles.
Here's the thing that I don't know if people that listen to us and people who follow sports in general understand. There has never, ever been a player in women's basketball like Caitlin Clark.
Yep.
She is a one-woman economy. She is Taylor Swift in a basketball uniform.
That's a good way to describe it.
She is. And I'm not saying that she's better than all the greats like Lisa Leslie and Cheryl Miller and Nancy Lieberman. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying she's the greatest thing since sliced bread, although she's really good. What she's got is a massive following.
Yep.
When she goes on the road, they have to move games out of small arenas and put them in big arenas just to accommodate the demand for tickets.
Right.
Her ratings for a preseason game last week were higher than any NBA preseason game over the last 15 years, except for two that LeBron played in back in 2010. I mean, that's how big Caitlin Clark is. Men want to watch her. Women want to watch her. She shoots from 40 feet.
Yep.
She's Steph Curry as a woman. And now, finally, maybe other people will get it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's no question she'll be in the Olympics in 28. She'll be in the... Do they have a World Cup? Do they have that kind of thing?
Yeah,
like a FIBA World Cup?
Yeah, but she may not play in it. Most of our good players don't play in the World Cup.
No, it'll be... Women's basketball is going to change completely because of Caitlin Clark. She is, you said it, an economy. She's a phenomenon. She pulls eyeballs from everywhere.
Handles herself great.
Yep.
I just saw her do the My Next Guest with David Letterman.
Oh, did she?
When she
How
went
was she?
to Ball State, where Letterman went to school, and did an hour with him sitting. She was great.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, she gets it. They should absolutely take advantage of her, and she is really the closest thing to Michael Jordan that the women's game has ever seen.
Yes.
And they should take advantage of that, and now it looks like they're gonna.
Yeah, no question. All right, let me tell you, we'll do some What's Up Fool coming up next for you. Make sure you stay here for that. In the meantime, you know Mother's Day is Sunday. Let me repeat. Mother's Day is Sunday. And it's not a surprise, I already bought my mom books. She's probably watching right now. The Books
Donna,
flowers,
you're getting Books.
They are. She sent me a pic. They're absolutely beautiful. I always take care of Mom. Always make sure she's happy on Mother's Day because she has spent so much of her life making sure that I do well and making me happy. And now returning the favor, I'm sending flowers, like I said, to my Mother's Day for my mom for Mother's Day from the Books Company. That's short for bouquets. And get this, right now, I got you 25% off your order so you can send some happy too. Books aren't just any flowers. Their flowers are cut fresh from the best flower farm, so they're bigger, brighter, and last way longer. Some even grow on the side of a volcano. You can wow Mom with bright and happy blooms, or go to the Books Flower subscription so she gets fresh flowers and major joy on repeat. It's easy. I pick my bouquet and delivery date. I'm already done. And with 25% off, why stop with Mom? Grab some for your wife or your aunt or your grandma too. Look, guys, you cannot forget Mother's Day this Sunday, May 11th. Order your Books right now. Go to Books.com. Use my promo code ESPN for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com, promo code ESPN. Books, promo code ESPN. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
No, seriously, it's gross, man. If your dog humps people's legs, do whatever you have to do.
That.
Right? No, you can't teach
You know
that.
what you do when you see the dog humping people's legs?
What do you do?
Your reaction's got to be, dog.
Dog? What? Come on, dog. Really? Right. Like, I got this one buddy of mine. He got one of those, like, hypoallergenic, snickery, doodly
like
thingies.
Golden doodle thing? Yeah, the doodle. One of the doodles.
One of those. And they, by the way, they think this dog is so cute. And the dog's got this hair that sits off to the side of his face, and it's all gross and wet. And I'm like, get that freaking dog away from me. I walk in the house. The dog comes up to me and just look. Apparently, the dog is highly attracted to me because as soon as I show up in the house, this dog runs up to me, jumps on me, and starts humping me. Get this freaking thing off of me.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Are you looking for a trusted roofing expert in Southern California? Journey Builders has you covered. This is Mike Trudell from ESPN LA. Journey Builders specializes in quality roof replacements for homes around the Southland. They'll ensure that your roof stands strong. ESPN LA listeners who call in today to book their free same-day inspection get $5,500 off their roof replacement. Journey Builders also offers financing. Call 888-607-8808 today. That's 888-607-8808 or go to journeybuildersinc.com.
Hey, Ma, you know how you've always wanted a Ford Mustang Mach-E? I got good news for you. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're giving away a Ford Mustang Mach-E. Earn entries now playing table games, and on the 31st, you could drive away in a Mustang.
Number 2.
Moms get a free carnation on Mother's Day.
And the number 1 reason.
Mom's Day Sparkling Wine Brunch. A row buffet, bubbly, and a gift, all for a special price on Mother's Day.
Morongo, good times.
This PGA Tour moment is brought to you by True Green.
In the 2000 PGA Championship, Tiger Woods was going for his third major in a year. Tiger found himself in a shot-for-shot birdie-for-birdie fight with Bob May. Tied after 72, they headed to a 3-hole playoff where Tiger hit a 20-foot putt for birdie on 16. He quickly walked toward it, pointing at the hole as it dropped in. Tiger went on to win by 1.
True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
All right, guys, I'll take the first one.
All right.
So while I was away, it was announced that Abu Dhabi will be getting a Disneyland. It was actually announced yesterday on Good Morning America.
Yeah,
Bob
I
Iger
saw
was there.
that.
I know that I'm a huge Disney person, and I know Mason is not.
I'm not. I have nothing against it, but you wear your
I love my
princess
Mickey
outfits
ears
and all that.
and love my churros.
Yeah,
but
good.
I want to know if you're allowed to be one of the first people, Mace, to be into this Abu Dhabi Disneyland, would you go? Because it's a big deal. You can put it on the TikTok, as you call it.
On the
You know what
TikTok.
I mean? Would you be willing to go and be one of the first people to be in the Disneyland Abu Dhabi?
I mean, it'd probably be cool to be there, right?
You don't sound excited
I have a
at all.
friend of mine
not
who
super
just got a
excited.
job with a company that's based there, and
Yep.
he just got back from 2 weeks there, and he says it's spectacular.
Yep.
Yeah.
He he hasn't been to Disneyland, but he's been to Abu Dhabi for the last 2 weeks. He says it's unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not built yet. They literally just got as a new. It's one of the new destinations that is going to get one.
It's one of the many places in the Middle East where you can get arrested for being gay, Laura. So I'm not going.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
probably not your kind of town.
No, not my kind of town.
sorry, Mace.
Steer me clear from Abu Dhabi. But the Disneyland part of it will probably be fantastic.
It's one of the most technologically advanced parks that will be available. Would you go Ireland?
Probably, but I've got other friends who would enjoy it. My friend Brienne, who's a Disney nut, if I could give it to her, I would give it to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's been going to Disneyland since she was a little girl. It's
She's
like,
a Disney adult.
yeah, but in a fun way. Like
Okay,
goes
not
with her
the weird one?
Yeah, not at all. Like she's she's
Offense, Disney
attractive, fun, and a good time.
Yeah.
She,
Oh, she's
He's
a good time.
Yeah,
she's a good time.
She's come to a lot of our events, and
Always a good time.
yeah, she would love it. I would if you got me 2 tickets, I would give them to Brienne.
Brienne, there you go. By the way, 2 tickets. I think there are 2 tickets or 4 tickets or something in my portal thing right now that I don't even know how to get out
my
of the
God.
portal. I know they're like super expensive.
I can never
and
get into the portal.
I don't even know how to get into the portal.
You guys let it because they expire, right?
Yeah, but I don't have portal
Okay,
access.
I will help you. It took me about 45 minutes to help DeMarco figure that out. And he was like, oh, my God, you just made my kids
It is very confusing.
It is confusing.
Yeah.
But I got you. If you really want them, I got you.
Okay, yeah, I would like to get my tickets out of my portal.
Yep, I got you.
What's up, Foo?
All right, guys. So last night I did watch the Netflix Shooting Guards.
Oh, yeah, what'd you think?
What'd you think?
I really liked it.
Yeah,
Really
it was
enjoyed
good.
it. It's kind of a sad story, in whole when you think about.
By the way, Crittenden, I was obviously working for the Lakers when they
Right.
drafted him, was like this great kid that everybody really liked.
Yeah.
And that whole, if you, I won't wreck it completely if you want to watch it, but once he went to Washington and had this incident with the guns, he ended up going to jail on
Yeah, that
another
was
crime, and his life spiraled out of control. Go, I cut you
Yeah,
off, Brian. Go ahead.
pretty crazy. Just Netflix does pretty good with these untold documentaries, and it was announced yesterday that Shaq is coming out with a 6-part series called Power Moves, and it's going to dive into him and kind of his deal with Reebok. And then it's going to have Allen Iverson, because Allen Iverson is kind of
Was
part
an
of
original Reebok guy.
Right. And kind of their whole process of the first NIL that they had was Angel Reese.
Right.
So it's kind of a 6-part series about the rise of Reebok, per se, and Power Moves. My question here, though, is when you think of Reebok, do you ever really think of the, Nike, Adidas, or will it always kind of be, third tier?
I think Nike and Adidas are the Lakers
Yeah.
and the Celtics of shoe companies. Converse was once like right there with them, but then Nike bought Converse.
Right.
And so that kind of swallowed
Under
them
Armour
up.
has Steph. Do they have anybody else?
They have Jordan Spieth. New Balance is starting to get. New
They've
Balance.
got Shohei.
Ohtani, yeah.
Well, not only that, they have
First off.
Shohei, they have Kawhi, they have Jamal Murray,
Oh,
they
okay.
have Cooper Flag, they have Cameron Brink.
So they're on the rise.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of good young people, but you're right, Brian. The 2 big heavy hitters are, like, if you watch the movie Air, at the time there were 3 companies in the running. It was Nike, Adidas, and Converse. And Nike was basically non-existent, which is why they gave him the unbelievable Air Jordan deal. And the rest is
Do you have
history.
any loyalty to brand when it comes to shoe?
No.
All my tennis shoes are Adidas.
Oh,
For
they're
whatever
so
reason, I just
comfortable.
like the Adidas shoes.
I wear a lot of golf shoes. I like
Yeah.
Travis Matthews stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I'm friends with a
They
lot of
do
guys
shoes?
that work over there. Oh, yeah, the great ones.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's probably the closest thing I have to a brand loyalty, but I'll wear anything.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I feel like I usually have mostly Nikes. I don't know what it is. There's something. I
Well, I
walk
mean,
past the
it's,
Adidas store, I'll
just,
get a Nike.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it, man.
Right,
just
exactly.
do it.
The
What's
Nike,
up, Foo?
Just really quick, Nike.
By the way, isn't that not one of the great slogans in advertising history? Just do it.
That's great.
Just
Right.
do it is amazing. I'm sorry, Larry, I
No,
interrupted you.
it's all good. I was just saying that Adidas is comfort and style. and Nike, they're usually just style. They're not the most comfortable
Okay.
shoes.
All right.
Anyways, so I don't know if you guys saw that the guys from inside the NBA are getting a custom ring to celebrate their final season.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't seen it, it looks like a championship ring. It looks really cool. And I wanted to know, when you guys retire from ESPN, what would you like them to do for you guys? For your
Give us
service?
a big, giant bag of cash.
Yep.
That's what I'd like.
You don't want a ring?
A big cushy,
I don't want a ring.
A big cushy buyout would be good.
I want a big, fat, out the door, thank you for your service check.
I
How's
doubt
that?
that's happening.
Wow,
So
they're
ring,
probably
plaque,
unlikely to
statue,
happen.
Yeah.
You know, so if you had one of those three, which one would you choose?
I would want a watch, a gold watch,
Oh,
like
that's
like my grandpap got from Beasley Ford in Altoona, Pennsylvania. After he was there for a certain amount of time, they gave him a gold watch.
A Rolex?
It was not a Rolex. It's Altoona, Pennsylvania. I don't even know if you can find a Rolex
I'm
in
saying
Altoona,
you.
Pennsylvania.
Would
Oh,
you
me?
want a
I take a
Rolex?
Rolex. Yeah,
Yeah.
I take a Rolex.
So you're
for
talking
sure.
about like when Kareem retired and everywhere he went, he got a
Got a
different
new-
gift.
different
I
gift,
want
yeah.
a new set of PXG golf clubs.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, look at you.
That's what I
Okay.
want.
That's a good
Not
idea.
bad. That's not
Yeah,
bad.
it's about the same. It costs about the same as a watch. So
Yeah.
you get the watch, I'll get the golf clubs. Let's laugh all the way to the bank.
Brian, what do you want?
You know, after seeing the ring, I want that championship ring.
Do you?
That they
You do?
had. Yeah, it was
It
pretty
is a
nice.
cool ring.
And then, feel like, hey, I won. You got it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's like
I
our
mean, when
pins.
John brought his in and I was wearing it for like half hour,
You got hooked.
I
Yeah.
got hooked. I felt some power.
Yeah. I would
Get
get
important.
like a model finger thing, put the ring on it, and then put it on the platform, and it would spin around.
that's
with
You
a
know,
spotlight
the
on
case they gave me for that ring.
Yeah.
When you open the case,
Yep.
it spins around on
Oh,
a pedestal.
wow, that's
Ooh.
crazy.
Yeah.
Nobody saw this, but at my party in the studio room, I mentioned this before, but I've got Juan lined up all the Bob Miller Awards and all of the Mandy Awards.
Yeah.
And then he found these little spotlights, and there was a spotlight on each one of them on this case.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool, but it was meant to be a gag, but nobody saw
But
it.
very few people went in that room.
Nobody
Yeah.
went in that room because my mom. Well, I mean, that was the family room. My mom was there, not stepdad Leo, so nobody went in there.
Is
Why'd
Leo
you
going
say
to
it
claim
like
that the
that?
Pope is named after him?
He's a Catholic,
Yeah.
so he probably will. He's what is it? He's Leo the 18th or whatever the hell. I'm gonna hear about it.
Pope
for sure.
Leo.
Pope Leo.
What's up, Foo?
Okay, so a bunch of talking heads on ESPN this morning kind of came to the conclusion that if the Celtics lose to the Knicks, that it's good for the health of basketball, not having the repeat champion. There's just a question. Do you believe that? Is the health of the sport better without repeat champions? Is there more parity when you have a different winner every year? Or is it nice to see a team dominate like the Celtics?
I have explained this over the years. I'll explain it again. 800-pound gorillas are great for sports. If there is a dynasty that is at the top of the league and they get taken down, that's what everybody loves. It's good when it's Lakers Celtics in the finals. It's good when the Cowboys are good. But the league likes parity because then all of its teams are happy.
Right.
But for fans, there's nothing better than watching a dynasty get taken
So
down.
we've had 7 different champions in 7 years now. So it moves around. That's why maybe it was dumb to put everything on Boston because the ability. I mean, teams just don't repeat. Not
Right,
since
it's hard.
Golden State. Yeah, it's really hard.
What's up, Foo?
All right, guys. So I saw this and heard it too, and I think it was just hilarious. Simon Cowell talked about getting offered to be a judge to judge a couple having sex. I don't know if you guys-
You're gonna have to go back to the beginning on this. I gotta rehear what you said.
What is confusing about it?
Simon Cowell,
Yes.
sex, judging people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to
So
play
he
the
would
audio.
sit in a room, you and your significant other would have sex, and Simon would then critique you.
So he talked about it on a podcast. They asked him what is like the weirdest thing people have asked, and this is what he answered.
I was in a restaurant and this guy comes up to me and he said, I love your show and thank you very much. Will you take a picture? Sure. This is my wife. Nice to meet you. Would you judge us having sex? I'm like, are you winding me up? They went, no, we'll pay you. I said, well, how much? And it actually was a lot of money. I thought, do I? No, I just can't do it.
It was 150 grand.
It was
wasn't
150 grand,
What?
yeah.
We found your moral scruple. That's what you said no to. You said,
Yeah.
Did he say 150 grand?
Yes.
Yes.
150K,
Okay.
and he turned it
Judge
down.
Judge Mace,
Okay.
get after it.
Let me tell you
Would
something.
you guys do it? If
There's
you-
very few things I wouldn't do for $150,000.
$150,000.
I might do it for $100.
Yeah.
No, not $100.
Yeah, 100, I'd want more than 100.
Yeah.
But $150,000, I'm not even thinking twice about
$150,000.
it.
Why would you say no to that? Well, Simon
I'll
Cowell's
sit
got
up-
so much money.
I'll
so.
sit up there with a box of Junior Mints and announce it while it's going on for $150,000.
You can do play-by-play?
Hell yes.
Yeah, there you go. You and Michael with a bag of chips.
Oh,
and
God.
Look at this guy. He's going way too slow.
He'll put the sex in the refrigerator before it's even over.
$150,000.
Yeah, that's
a lot of money.
Boy, people have money to burn, don't
That's
they?
hard to walk. I mean, that would be hard to walk away from.
The fact that he contemplated, he's like, "Whoa, are you messing with me?" And he's like, "Nah."
That's why, by the way, I don't ever. I'm sure somebody here has got video of themselves having sex. Is that right? Ireland, do you have any video of
Zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
Brian, you and Allison?
It may exist.
Oh, okay. Brian,
Okay.
Yeah, might
That
be.
makes sense. He
Might
would be
be.
somebody.
That does track.
Does a sex tape of you exist?
Absolutely not. There will never be. I don't want to be judged.
Yeah.
Based on my skills in the sack.
Really?
Yeah. Wait a minute. Who wants to be judged based on their skills
sure
in the
nobody,
sack?
but like for me, it was like my parents would disown me, kill me, whatever, and I was never that person that's like, yo, let me go film
But
myself.
most people now have, pictures that they've shared and videos that,
Nope.
sex tape. Like when the Brian Cohen sex tape gets out.
Yeah,
Oh, my
it's like
God.
playing baseball. I got to go back and watch tape, see how the
Go back and look at the film. That's right.
Come on, Brian. If you're good, you're good. You don't gotta watch no tape.
All right, coming up next for you, let's do this. There's one NBA analyst who says even though Steph is out, he thinks the Golden State Warriors will beat Minnesota in this series.
Come
Plus,
on.
have you ever eaten pig brains?
Not
Gross.
knowingly.
We will talk about that next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's a Sunday night showdown in British Columbia as LAFC go head up with the Whitecaps.
To Jeremy, top of the area, left-footed shot, and he found
The black and gold are unbeaten in 4 straight matches and come face to face with the top team in Major League Soccer.
What a statement it could be to, take down the top team in the West right now on the road.
Los Angeles Football Club battle the Vancouver Whitecaps. Coverage starts Sunday at 3:30 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
One of LA's best kept secrets in the heart of Los Angeles, East Central Hotel offers effortless accommodations and unparalleled accessibility. The East Central Hotel is for everyone looking for entertainment with their trendy spacious rooms, a renovated gym, and a patio lounge for breakfast, dinner, and drinks. Stop by their incredible Nixo Lounge before your next event at LA Live. Book your stay at eastcentralhotel.com or call 213-748-1291 today at Entertainment's official address.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Here'th my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
So I'm there at the Beyonce concert last night at SoFi Stadium, and she was amazing. She was toured last year for Renaissance, toured this year for Cowboy Carter. At one point, she's in a horseshoe that's flying all above SoFi Stadium, which was really cool. She did a bunch of really cool stuff. So.
Did she bring in her girls?
Blue Ivy, girl can dance. She can dance. Yeah, she was great during that show. Yeah. So anyway, that was last night. And I think Beyonce's got more shows at SoFi. I'm not sure. She tours a lot. So she toured last year. She's touring now. All right. So, John, NBA playoff series right now. Knicks up 2-0 on Boston. I want to ask you a question. Can it be a compliment to be called a cockroach?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I can't think of a circumstance that would.
I'm going to disagree. Here's Chris Forsberg and Caleb Burton on the Celtics postgame show after last night's Knicks upset of Boston.
Postgame pod. Kayla and Chris here at the TD Garden after the Celtics fall to the New York Knicks. Improbably, 91-90. And Kayla, let's just start it off.
Let's get right to it. The frustrating thing is, too, it's not the Knicks. It's the Celtics losing grip. Like, I don't think the Knicks are doing anything all too impressive that's... they're competitive. They're tough. Mikal Bridges had 0 points in the first half, and all of a sudden he gets hot in the second half. Jalen Brunson didn't have his best of games, but...
let's say this. They're cockroaches. No matter what the Celtics do to put them in a compromised position, they do not just sit there and take it.
There you have it.
Yeah, that is
complimentary.
That you can't kill them.
Can't kill a cockroach. Can't kill the Knicks. They're up 2-0. Indiana's up 2-0 on Cleveland. OKC, Denver, 1 apiece. In Golden State, they've got their second game against Minnesota tonight. The Warriors lead the series 1-0. And there's at least one NBA analyst who says the Warriors can still win even without Steph.
This surprises me. Steph Curry is the best player on the Warriors. He's the reason they've won 4 titles. He is the greatest shooter in the history of the league. And I think he's out until at least Game 6 and probably for the whole series. Right. But Jay Williams thinks the Warriors can beat Minnesota without Steph. Listen to this.
Still think that the Warriors have a legitimate shot to win this series without Steph Curry. I know that sounds crazy. I know the gravity that he warrants when he's on the court. But one of the things people keep looking over is the fact that this was the best defensive team in the NBA once they made the Jimmy Butler trade. And when they made that trade, it's a very different defense than what the Wolves saw against the Lakers. Right. The Lakers play more of a contained defense. The perimeter pressure that the Warriors apply throws the Wolves off their rhythm. And that's something that Anthony Edwards and company is going to have to answer for. Plus, they don't have the same defensive rebounding or offensive rebounding opportunity, Greeny, because they play space out on the perimeter.
What do you think? I think he's out of it. I think there's no way they can win without Steph.
There's no way they beat Minnesota without Steph. Minnesota's playing, I know they lost that first game, but they've been playing excellent basketball. We're terrific against the Lakers, have depth and have size, and I actually think they're going to the finals. I'm going to take Minnesota to go to the finals.
Do you think Minnesota beats Oklahoma
OKC?
City?
Yes, I think Minnesota beats OKC.
Beat them last year,
Yep,
right?
Yep. And in the East...
I was very disappointed in how Minnesota played after Steph got hurt.
Right.
And I thought Anthony Edwards, I thought Chris Finch was right to light him up after the game.
No question. So if I tell you right now, who are the 2 teams in the finals, what do you say?
I can't figure out who's coming out of the East, but it'd be fun to have the Knicks in the finals. I don't think they're good enough.
I think they can get to the finals. I think Knicks Minnesota is the finals. You could have made some money if you bet that at the beginning of the season.
If the Knicks could, I still think I'm gonna say it's Cleveland OKC.
Really?
They were the best teams during the year. I gotta think Cleveland self-corrects. Now, the one thing that could trip up my prediction is if Cleveland doesn't get their guys back.
Right. Cleveland, I think they're done.
Could be.
Yeah, I think they're done. Boston, I think, is still alive.
If they don't have Evan Mobley and they don't have Darius Garland and they don't have DeAndre Hunter, then they are done.
Yeah.
But if they get those guys back, I think they can make a run.
All right, so this is interesting. This is from the Rams. Kevin Dotson, offensive lineman for the Rams, was talking about the weirdest foods he's ever eaten. And he says, and I'm curious how you feel about this, he says, I try to eat the weirdest thing on the menu every time I go somewhere.
Who says this?
Kevin Dotson from the Rams.
Okay.
Now, are you adventurous?
No.
You're not.
When it comes to food, no. I know what I like, and if I go to a restaurant and they have one of my favorite things there, I'll always get my favorite thing. Lisa laughs because she'll mix it up. I don't.
Right. I
know what I like, and I'm going to.
Laura, do you mix it up, or do you go for the easy stuff on the menu?
I tend to go for the easier stuff, but sometimes I will venture out. Very, very rarely, though.
Very rarely,
Very
Brian?
rarely.
Depending, usually we'll only venture out if it's like their specials. You know, if they have like the restaurant does something famous or that's their special, I'll try that.
Yeah. Can I interest you in duck tongue or pig brain?
No.
Pass.
Did Kevin Dotson try those things?
Yes.
Where was he?
He was in Louisiana. No, he was in Dallas, at a hot pot place in Dallas.
Okay.
He says, of the pig brain, I can't get the taste out of my head. Think of the nastiest thing you've ever tasted in your life, and then put that in peanut butter-like form. When you put it in your mouth, it just spreads and stays. Ugh.
Yet he continues to do this.
Continues to do it. In fact, he loves cow tongue tacos. How do you feel about cow tongue tacos?
No thanks.
Anybody?
That
I bet it's delicious.
Cow tongue it's actually very common. Lengua is more common than you think.
Is it?
Yes. That's kind of common.
So I used to go to a restaurant called Animal. I think it's shut down now. It's in Hollywood, and they had the craziest stuff on their menu. And it was all, Animal. It was all like proteins and stuff like that. They had one dish called skate wing. Okay, so
skate wing.
Skate wing. So think about this. A skate is like a what do you call those stingrays? Right? And then they cut off the one wing, and then you eat the one wing.
What?
I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's stingray wing.
Have you had alligator?
I have had alligator. I
Did
think
you like
even
it?
Ireland's had alligator.
Yeah, well, I used to live in Louisiana. They have it down there all the time.
Yeah, so when I went to New Orleans, that's one of the things that my friend and I said we were going to do and we were going to try, and we went, and we're like, absolutely not. It smelled disgusting.
Real, it's totally, frankly, you fry anything and you put it in sauce, and it's delicious. That's basically the recipe for Louisiana food. Deep fry it, put it in sauce. There you go.
That was Puerto Rico. Everything was deep fried.
Oh, that's
it was
right.
Good,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's true.
Weird. I tend to be adventurous. Like one time I go to an Italian restaurant, I tend to order the spaghetti bolognese, which is like the basic, right? And so I go to this one place. Actually, it's the same place that you and I went to the night I signed the papers for my house.
Okay.
So I was
that Italian joint over by your old house.
Correct. So so I go in there and I order the spaghetti bolognese. Really nice place. And the waiter looks at me and says, "Do you really want the spaghetti bolognese?" I'm like, "I love spaghetti bolognese." I know, but you're at a great Italian restaurant with all these amazing dishes, and you're getting the spaghetti bolognese.
Wow, he tried to talk you off of something on the menu. I never hear that.
He talked me out of it, and I got a dish called braciole, which is like veal rolled up with cheese. It was delicious, so I'm glad I did venture off the menu. But spaghetti bolognese, I guess he considers to be a cop-out. But what you like, you like. All right, coming up next for you, John, an update on the Haktua girl.
What?
Yep.
Oh, her
update
doc?
on the
I thought her
Haktua girl.
15 minutes were up.
Nope. She's in
Coming back around.
minute number 16 for the Haktua girl. So we'll do that coming up next for you. In the meantime, caller number 7 right now, 877-710-ESPN. It is big Live Nation Ticket Thursday. Caller number 7 gets a pair of tickets to the Outlaw Music Festival featuring Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, Billy String, Sierra Hall, all live at the Hollywood Bowl on May the 16th. Caller number 7 right now, 877-710-ESPN. You get tickets on Live Nation Ticket Thursday. And if you want tickets for yourself, if you don't win, go to Ticketmaster.com. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it.
Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes.
LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace. LA, it's time to get real. Jacob and Ronnie is the real deal. Injured? Unsure of who to trust? Call Jacob. He's recovered hundreds of thousands of dollars where other attorneys might settle immediately for pennies. Get a partner who's committed to turning your setback into a comeback. Call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Or remember, call Jacob.com. Jacob is the real deal.
Call Jacob.
The NBA 82 game grind is done, and now the real fun begins. The NBA playoffs are here, and DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered as an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Make it a playoff run to remember with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code FNH. That's code FNH for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends. And I can't wait to get on the road.
Willie Nelson playing at the Outlaw Music Festival, giving away tickets all day long. Make sure you keep on listening. Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan. I've never seen Bob Dylan in concert. Have you, John?
I haven't seen the Bob Dylan movie yet.
The Bob Dylan movie is just spectacular. Chalamet totally nails that. And I was not a Dylan fan at all, and now I listen to Dylan music. It's like a regular mix for me. So I kind of discovered Bob Dylan because of the movie. I'm late to the party. I found what I think is the scariest thing that could ever happen in your neighborhood.
Okay.
So we go to Lancaster, St. Louis. Natalie Gwynn was picking up her daughter from school, and she saw a dude in a clown mask walking down the street with a chainsaw. Clown mask, chainsaw.
Okay.
Nothing scarier than a clown, but one carrying a chainsaw.
Did the chainsaw-carrying clown do anything?
There turned out to be a gigantic fight. She screamed. Everybody went and tackled the clown with the chainsaw.
Where is this?
This is in Lancaster, Missouri. Missouri. Natalie Gwynn is the person. I mean, thank you. Yeah, with a chainsaw. So my Aunt Anna collects clowns. I've not seen her in years or spoken to her in years. But when we were little kids, we would go to her house and she had all these hand-blown glass clowns. And they were all over the place. And I always was so creeped out about the sheer number of clowns that Aunt Anna had. Seeing a clown, and by the way, this is a picture of him, John. He's not just a clown. He's
he's
a clown.
an evil-looking
He's an
clown.
evil-looking clown with like teeth and stuff. That is like total freak out. So anyway, they did tackle him, and everybody's okay. All right, so John, the Haktua girl. Now,
Haley Welch, was that her name?
That's right, Haley
Okay.
Welch. She, of course, was famous for, John, how would you describe what she's famous for?
She was doing a man-on-the-street interview with a TV reporter, and she described a few sexual acts that made her famous.
Yes.
That's how I would describe it.
So Haley Welch famously disappeared from the public eye in December of 2024 after her meme coin, Shock, $HAWK. Oh, yeah, sure. Plummeted. Her disastrous meme coin launch consequently led to allegations of a pump and dump scheme, which people are doing now. She has reemerged into the public eye, John, playing in the Celebrity Poker Tour. Over the weekend, she played in a poker event, and she did an interview with Vanity Fair afterwards. She says she never set out to be famous. She became an overnight celebrity from her Haktua Man on the Street clip, which led to Talk Tua podcast. Now she's represented by a big agency in town, and she's playing professional poker. She finished 5th at the tournament she played at this weekend in Vegas. So she's got a next chapter. She's going to be a professional poker player.
Good luck. Because those guys are all sharks.
They are sharks. Now, Juan and I always have this dispute about poker. He likes to play blackjack. And I always say, blackjack, the house has got a 52-48 advantage.
The odds are tipped towards the house.
So if you play for a long time, you're going to lose about 48% of the time. Poker.
You're going to lose more like, if you play against the house, you're going to lose like 52%.
52% of the time, exactly. Poker, you're not, I try to explain this and tell me if I'm right. Poker is a game where you're not playing the cards, you're playing the people.
You're right, but it's how you handle your cards. Like, for example, I've played in a lot of big poker tournaments where the guys who have the big stacks just bully the table.
Yeah.
And if you're going to go up against one of those guys, you better know what you're doing or else you're out quick.
Yeah.
I may be able to, I just wait for the nuts and then I go all in.
Yeah.
But if you don't get them.
And hope for the.
Yeah, if you don't get them, and you and I have both been in poker tournaments where we haven't gotten cards, and then you're done.
Yeah.
Your stack dwindles and you're done.
I had my most magical poker run at the Yasiel Puig poker tournament a few years ago. I finished second. I was so excited.
Didn't you get like a TV or something?
I got me a TV from Yasiel Puig. That's the only time I've made a final table. How many times have you made a final table at a tournament?
At least twice that I can think of.
It's so exciting to be and I had a short stack at the final table.
Okay.
The big stack at the final table generally
One
wins.
time playing in the Laker poker tournament, and I get to the final table.
Yep.
Poor Chris Rose. Chris Rose was at that tournament, and I knocked him out with I got 4 10s in a hand. And Chris had a really good hand. He had like a full house or something, and I almost apologized to him when I knocked him out. So I get to the final table, and Dr. Buss is in the table. Okay. And it starts to dwindle down, and me and him have similar stacks.
Right.
I'm feeling pretty good about myself. And I get dealt 2 2s. I got a pair of 2s.
Pair of 2s. Oh, boy.
Okay. And the flop goes 2, 3, 3. I
flopped a full house. Right.
So then he's in the betting order. He's betting before me.
Okay.
And he's got something because he's throwing big money in. And I'm like, I got him.
Right.
He can't have better than what I have. I mean, there's maybe like 2 other hands that could be better than what I have. And he starts throwing money.
Yeah.
And I'm right on top of him. Everybody else gets out. And he's throwing. And finally he goes all in. And I go all in. And I'm thinking, I'm going to beat Jerry Buss in poker.
No, by the way you're telling the story, I think Dr. Buss might have had a good hand.
They turn over the cards. He had the other 2 3s.
Oh!
So he had 3s over 2s. I had 2s over 3s.
Oh, what a bad
and he
beat
knocked
that
me
is.
out.
Yeah.
Well, everybody's got a bad beat story like that, but he knew he had me. And
Did he win the whole tournament?
Oh, yeah.
Did he always win the tournament?
No.
No?
No, yeah, I mean, but he was a professional
By the way,
poker player.
that's the thing. I say this all the time. There's a reason why the same people go to the final table at the World Series poker
Phil
tournament every year.
Has won 15 times.
It's because poker is a skill.
Yeah.
And I'm not necessarily good at it. I know somebody that does the probabilities in their head. I'm like, I don't have that kind of not beautiful mind over here shuffling numbers through my
I
head.
somehow missed this yesterday.
Yeah.
Bill Nuss sent me a text. Bill was the guy who wrote Game of Games yesterday. He's
Right.
one of our loyal listeners. But he was in the TV business for years. Where we were talking yesterday about Bill Belichick dating Jordan Hudson.
Yes.
He says, remember Bob Fosse, the
Oh,
legendary
yeah.
Broadway director, all
Sure.
that jazz. He said, when Bob Fosse was asked why he dates young women, he said, quote, because their stories are shorter.
That's funny.
It's also true.
It's true, yeah. I just think this is funny. Chicago. If you're just tuning in,
Chicago.
The new pope is from Chicago, Illinois. The first ever American pope. He's going to go by Leo.
Pope Leo.
Not Pope Leo. No, not stepdad
No, not
Leo.
stepdad,
It's
right.
not Pope Leo. But somebody tweeted this: Chicago got a pope before it got a quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards in a season.
Sad but true.
Sad but true, exactly.
Yeah.
Pope, yes.
What's that?
Pope, yes. Did you see the tweet after that?
Oh, no. What did it say?
Popeyes. He said, Pope, yes. Popeyes responded.
Popeyes,
yeah.
Pope, yes.
Yes,
I
that
see
is-
what they're doing. Yeah, that's smart. That's smart.
I thought that was clever.
All right, coming up next for you, John. Oh, actually, I thought of something of you and Jack. I don't know if you saw this at the F1 race in Miami, but the drivers all drove around as a demo in Formula One cars made of Legos.
What?
And they actually drove.
Is there video of this?
There's video of it. It is
You gotta send me this video.
It is super cool. And they're like, because they're in Lego cars, they like bumped into each other and you can see like the blocks start to scatter.
Oh, did I tell you this F1 story from this past weekend?
No.
Okay, so I'm friends with this guy who's one of the Laker security guys. Okay. And he lives in Miami.
Yep.
And so he gets asked, because he's law enforcement and he has a boat, he gets asked sometimes to captain cruises.
Oh, cool.
So he gets asked to, there is a Lamborghini speedboat, and they take 20 female influencers,
Okay.
all in bikinis.
Got it.
And they're part of the F1.
It's like Firefest here.
The boat sank.
No, seriously? Was everybody okay?
Yeah, everybody
Okay.
made it. $4.5 million boat.
Wow.
Sank. And John, the guy I know, all he cared about was getting everybody off the boat safely,
sure.
and he did it. And to this day, they don't understand why the boat sank. If you get a $4.5 million boat, why would that take on water and sink?
Yeah, that's
it's like the
crazy.
Titanic. What the heck happened?
Yeah, what happened?
But all the girls are safe. God bless them.
Now, your son Jack is a Lego
nut.
Lego nut.
Yeah.
Laura just sent over and they're driving. The Lego Formula One cars are actually driving. It's very impressive. What is the coolest thing that Jack has done with Legos?
I think I sent it to you. I don't know if I still have a picture of it, but he did a Beatles Lego in which they sent it to him. I'll see if I can find it.
Yep.
They sent it to him, and it's so you do a one of McCartney, and then you take it all apart and you do it again. And it's of Lennon, and you take it all apart and you do it
Really?
again. And he did all four of them. I didn't even know what he was doing.
So you put them all together, then you take them all apart?
And then I'll show you what
And you
the
build the
finished
next
product.
one?
Yeah, and I'll show you what the finished product looks like.
Oh,
It's
wow.
pretty crazy.
That's amazing.
really cool.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. All right, coming up next for you, who is the best wide receiver duo in the NFL? Think about that for a minute.
Well,
Best-
I'll tell you what, the Rams are in this conversation.
Rams are in it. Yeah, we'll talk about it coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Let me tell you about Goodwill. So, did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support service for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. So the next time you donate or shop, you're not just decluttering. You're empowering someone's future. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. This message brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
I was listening rather than contributing.
Right,
the last
because we
5
were
minutes,
talking nonsense.
Right, the last 5 minutes when it got too deep into like what
you
moves
gotta
might
get
happen.
deeper. Remember, like Axel Foley said, you got to get deep undercover in Beverly Hills Cop.
I'm only deep undercover.
Yes, you're not deep.
Got to get 3 levels of deep.
Correct.
Understood.
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ, J-O-E-Q, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN. Are you ready for the NFL season? The schedule release is coming, and we know the best place to get your tickets this year. My friends at Vivid Seats. They're seriously legit, and you earn rewards on every purchase. That's basically free football games. When that schedule hits, don't wait around. For the best selection and all the great deals, head to vividseats.com or download the app and lock in your game days now.
Wow, that is just amazing. The Lego portraits of the Beatles that John's son Jack did, just crazy.
Yeah, and it's one Lego, but if you redo the Legos 4 times, you come up with all 4 of them.
Yeah,
and he did them all in one day.
Looks dope.
I came across this tweet. Keep this song playing last night. And I'm pretty sure this person, it's very stonery. Brian, you'll identify. Is there anything more zen than listening to Mazzy Star's Fade Into You at Night just before bed? Isn't that stonery?
Yeah, it is.
It is a little bit.
That's Michael Thompson's tweet. Michael Thompson. Is there anything more zen than listening to Mazzy Star's Fade Into You at Night just before bed?
Dude.
Yeah. Michael Thompson. I read that last night. I'm like, Michael, did you have a gummy?
So
sounded like it.
Really quick, talking about gummies and weed and all that stuff.
Yeah, all that.
So we tried, because again, I'm not like the biggest weed person. It gets me paranoid. But we tried some weed in Puerto Rico.
Yep.
It's different. It hits different.
Meaning?
I was like hyped.
Really?
I was like, da, 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 da.
So you think the weed was better in Puerto Rico than it was here?
Yes, I get really paranoid here. So, I mean, I don't know. They said it was weed, and I bought it from a weed shop, so I hope it was legit. But I was... Da, 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 da.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
I got to...
I'll
You know
get
what?
that again.
I went to the concert with Beyonce last night, and have you ever been at a concert where you sang along you knew every word to every song and sang along?
Well, Harris Rosner's wife, Victoria, who you know, and I both loved the sound of music.
Oh, sure. There you sing
so
along.
Harris and Lisa took us, both couples, but Victoria and I sat next to each other, and we knew every song.
Yeah, Doe a Deer.
Yeah. Every
No,
song,
dear.
no matter what, her and I singing at the top of our lungs.
But what I'm talking about is, like last night, there were people that knew every Beyonce lyric.
Sure.
and going and part of it is,
apparently the Taylor Swift concerts were like that
oh
too.
my God, they're like gigantic sing-alongs. I always think it would be cool to know. I never know all the words
No?
to all the songs. No, do
So
you?
I went to the Aventura concert
Yeah.
not too long ago, and that's an artist that I love, or Romeo Santos, which is part of that group when he tours. That's also, so there's like certain artists that I can go to and sing every song.
You knew this was coming.
Oh my God.
Text from not stepdad Leo. From this point forward, I prefer to be noted as Pope Leo.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
This is what I am going to have to live with.
That is, oh man, Mace, that
Look
is going to
what
happen.
that conclave hath wrought. You're going to have to deal with that.
That's funny.
I'm going to call him Pope Leo.
There you go.
I'm gonna grant his wish.
So, John, I came across this nugget today. This is interesting, and you're right. I was thinking about the Rams right away. Who has got the best wide receiver duo in the NFL? And I've got a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got a list of 7.
The Rams now have Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua.
Yep.
I don't think you can do much better than that. I think those are both all-pro wide receivers that are great. Now, the guys in Minnesota are good too. Justin Jefferson, and who is the guy that went to USC?
Jordan Addison.
Yeah, Jordan Addison's excellent.
Those are the two that jump out at me. But now that the Rams have Devontae Adams, they might be there. I mean, this came up. I think that Bengals fans would say that Jamar Chase and T. Higgins,
for sure, they're in there.
A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith,
absolutely in there,
are pretty good. George Pickens just got traded to the Cowboys, so now you got CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens.
A good one.
What about who's the super fast guy, Brian, in Detroit? Jamison Williams, that nobody, he's like the fastest guy in the league.
Brown.
And Amon-Ra St. Brown is like a top 5 receiver in the whole league.
And what about the Chiefs with Xavier Worthy and
Rashid Rice?
Rashid Rice, thank you.
Those guys aren't always healthy.
Right.
They're not always healthy, but Worthy is probably you think Worthy's the fastest guy in the league?
Either him or Williams, Jameson Williams,
The new Washington duo, Debo Samuel now with Scary Terry. That's
Debo and Scary Terry's a good lineup. Yeah, that's a good matchup. I like to get some football in just because.
Is McConkey still the Chargers, figured to be the Chargers' leading receiver this year?
Yes, 100%. Yeah. And we just drafted I think Trey Harris out of Ole Miss, and he's supposed to be a very high potential, so we're going to go with another young receiver. And we signed Mike Williams back, so bring him back an old friend.
There are also rumors that they will bring back Keenan Allen.
I would if I were them, just because Keenan Allen didn't do anything in Chicago, and he was great with Justin Herbert. So.
Keenan Allen makes a ton of sense. He makes a ton of sense.
Especially at your price. You can bring him back at your price.
I strongly believe that the Chargers are a playoff team this year. And I don't think they can win the division. The division is so tough, but I think they're going to be a playoff team again.
I think as long as Harbaugh's there, they're going to be a playoff
I
team
do
every
too.
year.
I mean, he makes a huge difference. Huge difference. And really has built the concept of that program. That's what I'm expecting from the Raiders this year. I think Pete Carroll.
I think they're a year away. I
think they can win 7 to 9 wins.
Really good.
7 to 9 wins.
I'm not sure about Geno Smith. I'm not sure.
Geno
about
Smith has been a top 8 quarterback last 3 years.
I like their defense. I like that Max Crosby's coming back. I'm either going to pick them to go 9-8 or 8-9. I can't decide, but they're right there.
Yeah, I've got them 7 to 9 wins, and I've got Ashton Genty winning Rookie of the Year.
The problem is somebody has to finish last in that division. Who is it? Is it the Raiders? You're not picking Denver to finish last.
It's probably the Raiders.
Not picking Kansas City to finish last.
Denver's
you
on the
said the Chargers are going to make the playoffs.
Chargers are going to make the playoffs, which means that the Raiders would be the odd man out.
Right.
Probably 3 teams from that division, and the Raiders the odd man out.
Yeah.
But I think it could be a very good division. It will be a very good division.
Who finishes last in the NFC East?
I have to think about this.
All right, so I think
Giants,
the Eagles win it.
Yep.
The Commanders finish second.
Yep.
And battle for last is between the Cowboys and the Giants. Who finishes last?
Giants finish last.
I think the Cowboys might finish last.
I think it's the Cowboys, too.
You do?
Yeah. I think the Cowboys stink.
Here's the thing. They didn't really do anything.
No. When they went out,
They traded for
for George Pickens the other day. I was like, oh, I forgot that the Cowboys even had a team.
Yeah,
Jerry Jones seems to be happy.
No name
Brian
coach.
Schottenheimer.
Well, he has a name, but I mean, Jerry Jones went out and found a coach that wouldn't steal the spotlight.
Right. So I think I'm with you, Brian. I think the Cowboys might finish last in that division.
Yeah, I don't think either of those teams are very good.
Who finishes last in the NFC West? Arizona.
NFC West. I will stick with Arizona.
Not Seattle.
Not Seattle.
Sam
no, they got
Darnold
Sam
at quarterback.
Darnold, and I actually like Seattle. I like Sam Darnold. I think probably Arizona finishes
Arizona
last.
rose up and whacked some people last year, including the Rams once. They destroyed them in Arizona.
Yeah. By the way, I do not know.
They beat the Niners in San Francisco, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Arizona.
They did. Arizona did.
Yeah.
But I just don't think there's any future with Kyler Murray. I'm not a Kyler Murray believer. He does get hurt. He's not. He doesn't make big plays. He does keep the pocket alive for a while. But Arizona just doesn't feel like they're going anywhere. Say that again, Laura.
Well, now Little League liner.
Oh, thank you. Now,
Brian, is it your game today?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now DeAndre, what happened with Alex? He can't play?
He can't come up today.
Okay.
Maybe tomorrow.
I asked to see if Alex, the security guy, could play.
Oh, sure. He loves listening.
We'll
Yeah.
try to get him in tomorrow.
Okay.
In the meantime, it's going down. Cappy, Travis, Morales, they're calling Metro Little League live from Lake Center Athletic Park in Santa Fe Springs this Saturday. First pitch at noon. Classic Little League. This is part of our Children's Hospital Los Angeles cool events auction that we did to raise money for them. Little League live on our YouTube channel this Saturday, and have a blast out there with the Metro Little League at Lake Center Athletic Park in Santa Fe Springs. All right, Game of Games is coming up next for you. In the meantime, this is an ad for BetterHelp. So, I've for years have been involved in mental health awareness, and it's really important to me. I've dealt with issues myself. I'm in therapy, have been in therapy for years. It really has been, has saved my life. And for Mental Health Awareness Month, and that's this month, BetterHelp did a survey of 16,000 people across 23 countries, first ever State of Stigma report. 75% of people believe it's wise to seek support, but only 27% of Americans are in therapy. BetterHelp is a way that you can talk to somebody right away. Over 35,000 therapists. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform. They've served over 5 million people globally. So if you are having trouble at work, or you've got anxiety or depression, or you just feel like the world's out of control, there's somebody you can talk to right now. We're all better with help. Visit betterhelp.com/timeout to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/timeout. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's a Sunday night showdown in British Columbia as LAFC go head up with the Whitecaps.
To Jeremy, top of the area, left-footed shot, and
The Black and Gold are unbeaten in 4 straight matches and come face-to-face with the top team in Major League Soccer.
What a statement it could be to, take down the top team in the West right now on the road.
Los Angeles Football Club battle the Vancouver Whitecaps. Coverage starts Sunday at 3:30 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Next Gen is the official AC, heating, plumbing, and electrical company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. Next Gen is the absolute best in the biz and have thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Looking for an all-star deal on home comfort? Call Next Gen. For just $14.99 a month, you'll score year-round coverage on all your heating, air conditioning, and plumbing needs. You heard that right. For just $14.99 a month, you'll experience year-round coverage and comfort. No unexpected timeouts, just total peace of mind. Next Gen members receive annual heating and AC tune-ups, water heater flushes, plumbing inspections, and more. Plus, unlock guaranteed 2-hour priority service appointments and unlimited free diagnostics for your friends and family. Sign up today to become a Next Gen VIP. Next Gen is the only name you need to remember to keep your home safe and comfortable all season long. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN. That's 833-3-NEXT-GEN or visit nextgenaironplumbing.com.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3-NEXT-GEN.
Mother's Day is this Sunday.
There's still time to show the incredible moms in your life how much you love and appreciate them with a thoughtful gift from Pro Flowers. Ordering takes just a few minutes, and Pro Flowers' large selection of modern arrangements at affordable prices are sure to make you look like a gift-giving pro. So visit proflowers.com/sports or use code SPORTS at checkout for $15 off your Mother's Day order. All Pro Flowers orders are backed by our 7-day freshness guarantee, so you can gift easy with Pro Flowers.
Harry Douglas here. When you're on a business trip, you know what goes completely off the rails? Your workout routine, folks. Especially when you book a hotel that doesn't have a gym. Then you have to squeeze in between the desk and your bed, eke out 2 push-ups, and call it a day. If you just stay at La Quinta by Wyndham, you'll discover there's a fully equipped fitness center at every location. Now you can wake up and do some weightlifting to prepare you to carry your team on your back all day long. Tonight, La Quinta, tomorrow you shine. Book direct at lq.com.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. We are joined by the great DeAndre Hawkins, the
Hi,
associate
D-Hawk.
producer of Shadano and Cap. What's going on, DeAndre?
Everything is good. All is good.
Everything is good. Awesome. So my game playing has just gone off the cliff this month after doing really well for a couple of months.
After winning the first 2 months of the year.
Yeah,
You went
I know.
in January, February.
Went into the tank.
You have stumbled since.
Laura, what's our scoreboard say?
So if I have it correctly, based on what you guys told me, Ireland has 4. DeAndre Bergman have 1. Brian has 3.
Ooh.
I feel like that's not right math, though. I don't know if somebody updated it while I wasn't.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's
So
fine
it's
with me.
Ireland
4, Brian
Okay.
3, Mace 1, or no,
DeAndre
you don't have
Bergman
any
1
one.
and D1.
Okay, go ahead.
Alrighty.
All right, Brian, what do we got?
All right, so this game came from yesterday. One of the stories that Punch sent the list of the Rolling Stone top 50 dogs and movies.
Oh,
kind of
okay,
deal.
got
So-
it.
Okay.
I never actually did look at it.
Yeah, I didn't look
so-
at it either, so I'll be at a disadvantage, but go ahead.
And also in honor of National Dog Mom Day, which is on Saturday.
Okay.
So, kind
National
of
Dog Mom Day.
Happy
okay.
Dog Mom
before
Day.
the actual Mother's Day, Got to give love to the dog moms.
So it's Saturday Dog Moms, Sunday
Sunday
Mother's
Mom
Day.
moms.
Human moms.
Mom
right,
moms,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so multiple choice, true or false,
Yep.
kind of over.
All right,
under
here we go.
Number 1, National Dog Mom Day was created by the dog person dating app, which is called what? Dig, Bone, or Wag?
Laura,
Wag.
Mace,
Dig.
I'm going Wag. DeAndre.
Wag.
It is Dig.
It is Dick. Oh, you knew.
Nice.
Mace knew.
I did not know, but I guess.
I
All right,
didn't even know there was
Mason's
a
on the
dog
board.
dating app, but apparently there is.
The Dig dating app. Okay.
All right, number 2, over under 10 dogs used to portray the dog Marley in the movie Marley and Me.
Mace.
Less than.
I agree with Mace. Under. DeAndre.
I'm going with the crowd.
Laura.
Sure, with the crowd.
Should have gone over 22 dogs
Oh,
used to play that
wow.
one dog. Yes.
Never have seen the movie. I just can't live through.
Yeah, whenever, and if there's a movie where a
Great
dog
movie.
dies,
Yeah,
I'm out.
I'm out too.
I know, but it is a good movie.
I turned off John Wick when they killed his dog.
Well, that's the very beginning of
I
the
know.
movie. So you never watched another John. You've missed
No.
like 6 John Wick movies.
No, I bailed on. Was that John Wick 1?
John Wick 1 was
I bailed
where
on
the-
John Wick 1, but I've watched 2, 3, and 4 because they don't kill any
Oh
dogs.
yeah, the puppy dies at the very beginning
You
of
can't
1.
kill a guy's dog.
No, that's terrible.
That's terrible.
No
All right.
wonder he got pissed
the
off
game
and went
is
on a
still
tirade.
Mason won, and nobody else has any.
Yes.
Go ahead, Brian.
All right, this one was on the list that Funch sent yesterday. Air Bud ranked number 2, best dog movie of all time. Over under 8 Air Bud movies in the franchise. So how many total Air Bud movies? Over under 8.
I'm going under. DeAndre.
I'm going under as well.
Laura.
Going over.
Mace.
I'm going under.
It is over 14
You
Air
are
Bud
kidding me.
Air Bud movies?
I've never even.
I got nieces and nephews,
When do they
man.
come
I got
out?
nieces
Where do
and
they
nephews.
come out?
All
Like
right,
straight
there's a
to
football
streaming,
one.
or
Yeah.
I don't know.
They did all the
DeAndre, I don't want to
buddies.
say anything, but you and I have bupkis.
Yeah,
so
for
we got to
sure.
get
It's
on
still
the
the
board.
DeAndre, right? So
It's
I
still
think
the
so,
DeAndre.
yeah,
Are you the last one who went scores?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
What's
here we
next,
go.
Brian?
Lassie was ranked as the #1 dog movie of all time. According to Rotten Tomatoes, is the score over or under 94%?
For Lassie the movie?
Yes.
Yeah, DeAndre. Over under 94%.
It's got to be under.
Laura.
I'll go over.
Mace.
Stinking classic. I'm going over.
Just so one of us, me or DeAndre, will get a point, I'll go over.
It is under 93%.
I'm the only one alive.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so it's Laura 1, Mace 1, DeAndre 1, Ireland 0.
With over 500 films and TV shows, what dog breed has been the most featured in cinematic history? Is it A, the Golden Retriever, B, the Terrier, or C, the German Shepherd?
Laura.
Dog breed most in cinematic history.
I'm going to go with Shepherd.
Mace.
Golden Retriever.
I'm also saying Golden Retriever. DeAndre.
Yeah, Retriever.
It is the German Shepherd.
Really?
Yes.
Because there's a lot. They usually use them for like
Oh,
cops
police dogs and
police
stuff are
and,
German
like,
Shepherds, yeah.
military and stuff.
Okay, so Laura 2, Mace 1, DeAndre 1, Ireland. What? We've had 5
Wait a
questions,
minute.
right?
We could have the
Yeah, we've had
Ireland.
5.
The
I
Ireland.
know. We've never.
Now you got to try.
I know. I'm going for it now.
Nice.
Okay. But what's next, Brian?
True or false? Toto, the puppy from Wizard of Oz, was paid more than the Munchkin at the time. True or false?
Mace.
True.
I think it is true, so I'll go false. DeAndre.
I'm going true.
Laura.
It is true.
It is true.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty well.
How many are left?
I got 2 left and a tiebreaker.
Ireland, you got a
Come
shot
on.
here.
I got a shot.
All right, number 8. In the movie Air Bud, over under 20 points scored for Buddy in the Air Bud championship game.
Okay. I think it's under, so I'm going to go over. DeAndre.
Under.
Laura.
I think. Oh, I want you to get it, so I'll go under, but I think
Okay.
it was over.
Yeah,
Mace.
I'm going under.
It is under.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh,
I've never had this
Ireland
opportunity.
could go scoreless.
I've
Awesome.
never had this opportunity. What's the last one,
last one
Brian? I'm
here.
going first.
Also off the movie Air Bud. Over under 3 weeks for Buddy the dog to make his first basket. When filming, how long did it take? Over under 3 weeks for the dog to make his first basket.
Okay, I think you wouldn't ask this question unless the answer was over, so I'm going to say under. DeAndre. By the way, it's Laura 4. Well, Laura, you should go first. Laura 4, Mace 3, DeAndre 3, Ireland 0. Laura.
okay. So it was either you said. I'm gonna go over. Sorry.
All right, I think the answer is over, so I said
over.
under. Mace.
Well, I think to stay in it, I have to go under.
I have to go under, too.
DeAndre has
Okay,
to go under.
what's the answer?
Over.
No more DeAndre. No more to DeAndre. Let's go.
Screw both of you. I won.
Ireland. Wow.
Yeah, Laura wins the game, but man, this is one of the
Wait
great
a minute, did
honors
Laura
I've
win the
ever
game?
had.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I thought it was tied. No?
No.
You missed it, and DeAndre
Yes.
missed it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
You
Sorry,
went with
guys.
me.
I went with
Okay.
you.
For some
Of
you had
Crazy
to.
stat.
You had to.
Had to,
Also,
yeah.
All right, let's do the tiebreaker just for fun.
Okay, so
This
for
does not ruin the Ireland, by the way, even if I get
Yes.
the
correct.
over under with 3 weeks in the basket, it took him 5 months to make the first
Oh,
basket.
Oh, my
man.
goodness.
So this is leading into the
Some
tiebreaker. So it
patience. Okay.
took Buddy 5 months to make the first basket. Estimated, how many shots did he take before he made that first basket? How many attempts did they give the dog before he made the first basket?
Okay. DeAndre, what'd you go with?
What? I don't know.
Pick a number.
1,000.
Okay, you're going 1,000 even. Mace?
2,100.
I wrote 722. Laura?
wow, I did 3,500.
All right, DeAndre, what's the answer? All right, I'm sorry, Brian, what's the
Laura would
answer?
have won 4,000 shots.
4,000
shots.
Laura, it was your day. You
Good for
win,
you, Laura.
and you win the tiebreaker.
I have the updated because I said we started April 30th. There's no way Ireland has that many. Ireland, you have 2. Brian has 2. DeAndre, Bergman, and I have 1.
And
Okay.
That's the
Okay.
actual.
Nothing.
Alrighty.
Nothing.
Okay.
All right. Good. Good. Well, congratulations, John.
I'm
That
very,
must be
I'm
a
very
thrill.
proud of this.
Yeah.
It's an honor I've yet to receive in my career, and now my career is complete.
So, DeAndre, we for a long time had what we called the accountability text chain.
What happened to that?
Are you still on it?
I'm still on it, but
You're
no
still
one.
doing it?
I mean, it's dead.
You're the
now.
only one on it.
No one. No one's.
Did people leave?
DeAndre works out like 3 times
Yeah,
a day.
but DeMarco was driving that for a while. Is he out of it
DeMarco was
now?
the first one to like stop sending stuff.
Yes.
It was. Oh no, actually Travis was. Travis was sending his occasionally.
Yeah.
But DeMarco was the main one to start the group chat, and then he just stopped.
And then
sending
Momo's
it.
still
Then
on it,
Momo was
right?
still rolling.
And Funchess is still on it.
Funchess is still on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've been working out, not every day, but I will go back on the accountability text chain.
Yeah, I didn't ask DeMarco what happened, man.
Yeah,
you were
what did
you were the
happen?
driving force of us, in that accountability.
He was the
group
whole
chat.
reason.
And then just stop.
Yeah, I'm going to go into another summer shred. Me and Luca are both going to do a summer shred this year.
Okay, all right.
Luca?
All right.
Yeah, me and Luca.
The Summer of Mace.
Summer of Mace.
Hey, let's
exactly.
go.
All right, DeAndre, awesome. Thanks for playing. DeAndre Hawkins.
No more the DeAndre.
No
You're
more
good.
the DeAndre.
DeAndre is dead.
You go scoreless, it's in Ireland.
Beautiful.
You know, we were talking about Rams wide receiver. This is a random thing.
It's kind of like having the Mendoza line. You know, like Mario Mendoza hit 200 in his career.
Yep.
So people talk about being above or below the Mendoza line. I wonder how long I can keep it. I think I can keep it for the rest of the month. What's the date today? Today's the 8th.
People don't go scoreless very often in games. It's
I'm
hard
hoping
to
I
do.
keep it for all of May.
So the one thing I was going to say about the Rams, we were talking about wide receiver, and I saw a text.
Pepe just congratulated me.
Excellent. The Rams do need another wide receiver. I know they've got.
Is Tutu Atwell the third wide receiver?
Tutu Atwell
right now?
is your third wide receiver. Jordan Whittington, who will be a second-year guy from Texas, he'll be your fourth wide receiver. I think you need to add somebody with Kupp and Demarcus Robinson leaving. And obviously the new tight end is going to be part of the offense as well, but they could really use another wide receiver. So we were talking about best wide receiver duos. You need a trio to get through an NFL season. All right. Ireland, you got anything else?
Well, I was looking.
You know what?
Great radio. You got
we're at
anything
that
else?
point where you say, you got any, because we're killing time till we get to the thing,
I know.
and then we're super cross talking.
We never know. Like, do we have Sedano and Cap this year?
Yes.
Or
This year?
This
Yeah.
year. Yeah, today.
This year.
According to the schedule. Yes.
So this was interesting. You know, the Knicks have lost or have been bad for so long.
Yes.
I don't think they've been in the NBA Finals since you lived there.
Yeah,
In 99.
99. That's when I was in New
they got
York.
knocked out by the Spurs, and they haven't won it since the 70s.
Yep.
So the fact that the Knicks are up 2-0 has driven the price for Saturday's Game 3 through the roof just to get in.
Yep.
Like the worst seat in the house. And Madison Square Garden has some bad seats, like way, way up at the top. $700.
The
just
get-in
to
price?
Get in. Highest price ticket in New York's Knicks history.
Wow.
I texted Ben. I said, "Where are you?" Ben Lyons. He said, "I'm in Spain." But I stayed up till 4 in the
is that
morning
right?
to watch it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure
he's working over there.
I've seen him on Instagram. He's definitely still following the Knicks for sure. I think I think the Knicks would be a great story. I think it'd be a great story.
Make it fun.
Yeah, it would really make it fun. Great to have the number one media market in America. And by the way, people say, well, you got two teams in New York. No, you got a team in New York and you got a team over in Brooklyn. And there is no comparison between these two teams. The Knicks are an institution in New York. And the Nets are certainly really nice venue, really nice. You've been to Barclays Center. It's beautiful.
Yeah, nice.
But they'll never be the Knicks. It's a little bit like being the Clippers. Not quite so bad, but a little bit like being the Clippers.
Okay, one more before we break for crosstalk. Did you see this thing about the tennis match?
Yeah.
They had these two guys, this French tennis player named Corentin Moutet.
Mm-hmm.
He claims his opponent, Pavel Kotov of Russia, threatened to kill him earlier this week. Okay.
During the match?
Yeah. So he said Kotov made the death threat after their match in the first round of a tournament, was suspended 5-5 due to darkness. The 26-year-old wrote in a since deleted post on Twitter, "Next time you come to the net, I'll kill you. One day, someone will kill you." And because this guy's Russian, the guy's taking it seriously.
Well, I think you got to take it. I was going to say there's a difference between I'm going to kill you today and I'm going to kill you. Right? There's two different things there. And it sounds like he was doing the I'll kill you thing.
Right. So the guy says, the umpire heard all of it. There wasn't even a warning. How do you expect me not to get involved if you don't do your job? So the player that got talked to.
Right.
Is blaming the umpire.
So
the umpire, if you and I are playing tennis,
yep,
and you're beating me, and I walk up to you, I go, "You do that again, I'll kill you. I will kill you." Should the umpire get involved?
I will kill you. I will kill you. Yeah, probably. By the way, the tweet, I think, was the most damning thing. It's like, the next time I see you, I'll kill you, or somebody's going to kill you. That tweet was pretty
No,
direct.
but the guy who tweeted it was the guy who heard it. He said, here's what the guy said to me.
Oh, that's what he said.
Yeah,
Okay.
next time you come to the net, I'll kill you. One day someone will kill you. This doesn't even warrant a warning. Apparently those words are allowed on the court. If you don't want me to get involved, why are you not doing your job, tour? And so he wanted the tour to get involved, the umpire to get involved. Should the tour, Brian, should the umpire have gotten involved?
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I think it's I'll kill you, like, I'm going to kill you in this match.
Like on the court, yes. Not like physically
I'm going to kill you, not I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
It's
That's
two
not
different
a-
things.
That's not a death threat.
It's like when you call someone the B word, like girls, they're like, you're such a B, you know? It's like, it depends on how you say it. Because if you call me a B, like a female dog, in a way.
I know, I've eliminated that word.
You eliminated?
Yeah, the B word.
Yeah. People still use it.
Yeah. I just use, doesn't matter, guy, girl,
What about to describe a dog?
Well, yeah, no, that's fish. All right, coming up next, we're going to do some super crosstalk. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710 ESPN in the palm of your hand.
Get ready for the concert event of the summer. On the road again. Catch Willie Nelson and family. Bob Dylan. Billy Strings. And more at the Outlaw Music Festival's 10th anniversary tour. Friday, May 16th, Hollywood Bowl. Get access to preferred tickets with your Citi card. For tickets and more, go to Ticketmaster.com and OutlawMusicFestival.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Flashy discounts, gimmicky sales? Don't fall for it. At Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, we give you honest, wholesale pricing all year long. No bogus markups, no tricks, just the best floors at the best prices. Call 866-62-FLOOR. No sale beats wholesale. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, check them out at hernandezwholesaleflooring.net or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
For the best prices on hardwood carpet and more, call 866-62-FLOOR.
Hey, it's Mace. Mother's Day almost here. I've been thinking about my mom. She is the best. My mom has built a life with not stepdad Leo. She's working at the middle school in Palm Desert. She is active. She is happy. She is forever young. And this year, I'm sending happy flowers for a happy Mother's Day from the Bouqs Company. That's short for bouquets. I got you 25% off your order. Bouqs aren't just any flowers. Their flowers are cut fresh from the best farms, so they're bigger, brighter, and last way longer. Some even grow on the side of a volcano. You can even wow mom with a Bouqs flowers subscription. She'll get fresh blooms on repeat. It's easy. I pick my bouquet and delivery date, and I'm already done. And with 25% off, why stop with mom? Grab some for your wife, your aunt, your grandma, too. Look, guys, you can't forget Mother's Day is May 11th. Order your Bouqs now. Go to Bouqs.com. Use promo code ESPN for 25% off. That's BOUQS.com. Promo code ESPN. Bouqs. Promo code ESPN.
KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
There you go. There's Cappy in South. What's happening, Cap?
Hey, guys.
Hey, yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
hey.
What?
Hey.
Johnny
I.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Cap.
Just heard you talking about Ben Lyons.
Yes, sir.
Are you guys close with Ben?
Yes.
In, like, real life off air?
John's very close. I know Ben well.
Yeah? I don't know Ben
I just
that well.
I just had dinner with him in New York.
Oh, really?
When I was there with the Lakers 2 months ago.
Uh-huh. I don't know Ben that well, and when you said it, that he was in Spain, I was like, let me go check him out. I checked him out on Instagram. I realized I didn't follow him.
Right.
But I like Ben Lyons. Good guy. I always love it when you guys talk about anybody from the old days, you know. And Ben, I don't know that he qualifies as the old days, but I used to drive around and love listening to you guys talk about years past in your careers.
Yeah,
you know?
Ben is the biggest Knicks fan I know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've got other, like, my buddy Richard Schiff, the actor, is a big Knicks fan.
Mm-hmm.
But Ben lives and dies with the Knicks. Like, literally, like, Carmelo Anthony is the first person he tried. Like, when Ben got married, he said the one person he tried to get to come to his wedding more than anybody in his family was Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo said no.
Yeah.
I get there are a lot of Knicks fans in L.A. because there's so many people that have come from New York to L.A.
Yep.
I have a friend, I've introduced you guys to him, David Lasher, the actor. And he's also a native New Yorker, now lives in L.A. forever, hardcore Knicks fans. Shout out to Lash. The reason I bring this up is just because, guys, last night I was down in South, and I hosted an event with Jim Lampley. I know you guys both love Lampley.
Yeah,
right?
I love Lamps. I bought his book yesterday.
Oh, right. So I did this book signing last night with Lampley. The place was jam-packed. I suspect it'll probably be that exact way Saturday at the Wild Card Boxing Gym. He and Freddie Roach are hosting this book signing.
Cool.
And Lampley will be on today with us at 5. But at the end, after talking to Jim for about, 45 minutes to an hour in front of a packed house, we opened it up for questions, right?
Okay.
And a guy asked a really interesting question last night. He said, Jim, what is your relationship like now with Roy Jones Jr. and Max Kellerman? Because those were two guys that Jim worked with on HBO for a really long time, right?
Right.
So Jim winds up telling the story that, he can't really talk to Roy. I don't know if you guys know about what happened to Roy Jones Jr. last year. His son committed suicide.
Oh, God.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, very bad
terrible,
story.
yeah.
It actually, to be honest with you guys, I didn't know what he was talking about either. I had to look it up. But the guy asked about Max Kellerman. I thought you guys would find this really interesting. Here's what Jim said about Max Kellerman. He said, Max has fallen off the face of the earth.
Really?
Now, I used to love listening to Max and Marcellus also. I thought they were great. And I loved Max on First Take. I loved him on, I used to be a contributor to a show that he had on Fox many, many years ago. It was called IMAX. And he would have on contributors from around the country.
Max was the original host from Around the Horn.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So Jim says, in front of all these people, Max has fallen off the face of the earth. And I had seen Max many times at parties that Jim had hosted. But he said that, and when somebody said, well, why do you think that is? And he said, I think that he was so embarrassed by what happened to him. And then Jim went off. I mean, off on Stephen A. Smith, too. Because he blamed Stephen A. for what happened to Max.
Right.
I would find it difficult to believe, Cap. I don't know Max real well, but I know him a little bit. I would find it difficult to believe if Max is anything but secure. I mean, he struck me as always. He made so much money early in his career. He's got 2 daughters. I think that he's probably enjoying his life, but
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't talked to him. I just texted him while we were talking there.
Oh, that's
Wait to
great.
See her back. Yeah.
I'd love to hear
All right,
if
so
he gets back to
Cappy,
you.
we have a question for you. Or really, it's me. I brought it up.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So when we hung on Friday night at Beach Life,
Yes, sir.
I was under the impression that you and Rachel were able to attend that event at pretty much no cost. You used media passes to get in, and then I think you just kinged the rest of the way. Do I have that right?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that the cost for us was the Sonesta Hotel across the street.
Which is a great hotel.
Yeah.
When they jack up the rates for Beach Life.
You couldn't
as
talk your
probably
way
found
in
out.
there, Cappy?
I mean, I thought about calling the general manager and kinging him or her.
Yes.
But I didn't do that.
Okay.
Mostly because Rachel is the kind of person that when she decides she wants something, she makes it happen immediately. So she doesn't know anything about kinging. She goes online, books rooms.
Okay.
So there were fuel costs, John, to drive.
But in terms of Beach Life costs, other than like we bought each other drinks and we bought some food and stuff, but other than that, in terms of ticket costs, were your costs zero?
Yeah, because I was a credentialized member of the media. And,
so smart. Oh.
That is
So
good.
smart.
So you got a press pass for the concert?
Yeah, like I first of all, they're very generous when it comes to wanting people to be there and doing social media. And I think we've given them an awful lot of shine on the radio.
Oh, sure.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Now,
That's
John,
true.
you have a look, and your arms are crossed.
Oh, yeah.
You've got a look that says this to me. This is what your body language says to me.
I want to go home.
Your body.
Oh, okay.
No. That's a few more minutes.
Okay, got
the
it.
body language says to me
6 minutes.
6
to be
minutes.
exact, yeah.
The body language says to me, I bought VIP passes for Friday night. I spent significant money on those VIP passes. You got media passes, which I was, able to get. I applied for them.
Right.
We're not guaranteed, but I applied for them. And you, me, Rachel, and Lisa, we all hung out together. And so your expenses were much greater than mine. That's what your
All right,
body language is telling me.
Cap, can I have a moment of honesty here? Lisa got the tickets. I have no idea what she spent.
Oh.
And by the way, I cannot tell you how many times that is the case in various aspects of my life. Same with Mace. Our lives are run by other people.
That is correct. I am not the CEO of my life.
Like today, we had we had a hornet's nest.
Yep.
Lisa took care of it.
Yep.
I don't know who she paid. I don't know how she handled it.
Yep.
The other day, we had some doors were falling apart. There were guys in my house changing out doors. Cap, I don't see the bills. I don't know what's happening. I would be. I could get mad about you, but I don't know what we paid or if we paid anything. I don't know what the heck happened.
You know what I think happened to me, guys? True story. Happy to share this with you guys and be very seriously vulnerable at this moment.
Yes. Okay.
So in 2019, the radio station that I was on for 16 years, Mace 1090, we started it
1090,
together.
the mighty 1090.
We started that station together.
Yep.
In 2003. It went off the air, unbeknownst to me. Like one day, all of a sudden,
And you had a show on the air one day, and then the next day you didn't?
I had a show on the air for 16 years and was doing really, really well. Ratings, sales, everything was going great. And then all of a sudden, the thing got shut off because the people who actually owned the transmitter were down in Mexico.
Right.
And the people who owned, or I should say leased, the station in the United States, they didn't pay their rent. And it had gone on for so many months that the guys down in Mexico shut them off. But guys like me, I wasn't in management. I didn't know what was going on. And let me tell you what happened. I was owed a significant amount of money in my contract. And the company was like, well, we can give you 10% of it. And I called a lawyer and I said, what do I do? And he said, take the money. I said, but why? He said, because you're going to sue them and spend a lot of money to ultimately get no money.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. And at the exact same time that happened, my divorce went final. And so when my divorce went final, I'm not joking when I tell you guys, I literally gave everything I had to my ex-wife. So an attorney
Just
told
to
me,
end it.
Yeah, it had to come to an end.
Okay.
And an attorney said to me, this was a bankruptcy attorney, she said to me, people claim bankruptcy for one of three reasons: a business blow up, a divorce, or a major health problem. She goes, you have two of the three.
Two of the three, yeah.
You should claim bankruptcy. And I said, oh, no, I can't do that. And she said, well, why can't you? And I said, because my grandfather will haunt me from his grave for the rest of my life if I claim bankruptcy. And by the way, I don't judge anybody who does claim bankruptcy because it's there for a reason, but I just couldn't do it. My pride was too much. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, had I been better friends with you back then, I would have tried to convince you to do it.
Yeah,
Bankruptcy
really?
is a tool to be used to get out of trouble, and you were in trouble. So
I was
would
in
have told
deep
you-
trouble.
I would have told you to use it, but go ahead.
I was in deep trouble. And so from 2019 until November of last year, I'm not joking when I tell you I spent every single day digging out of a mountain. Well, I shouldn't call it a mountain. I spent every single day digging out of a hole of debt that was created by the radio station going away and
Yeah,
the
you
divorce.
got hit with the double whammy.
I did. And so when I got hired at 710, which was August of 2020, I've spent 5 years rebuilding my life. So, John, I know this sounds crazy, but like in my mind, could I have paid for the tickets to Beach Life? Probably so. Yeah, of course. Right. But in my mind, I'm so broke. Like still to this day, I'm so flat broke.
Oh, I'm actually, the reason I brought it up was not to accuse you of anything. It was to say, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Beach Life is expensive. And it's, as you saw, Cappy, there's a lot of money changing hands. I mean, like I at some point I bought 4 drinks and I think they hit me for $170 bucks.
Right.
Whatever it cost.
Yeah.
I probably ended up buying drinks for people at the bar that I didn't even know. But if you could get in, and
good for you,
enjoy the night, that's a job well done.
By the way, Cappy, last night I was at I went to see Beyonce at
Oh yeah. How was I? I saw
Stadium.
your Instagram.
She was totally amazing. Here's the crazy thing. So we were in like this, I think it was like the 70th row. Where those were our tickets.
On the floor?
On the floor, but
yeah,
70th
this sounds like
row.
something that would happen to you, Cap. But go ahead.
So we show up at our row, and we're supposed to be sitting in 30 and 31. There is no 31. There is no seat there for 31. So we go to guest services and say, look, there's no seat 31. What do we do? And they hand us 2 tickets. We were 6th row center in front of the stage. I mean, she was right there and just amazing. It was a really cool night. But I didn't even have to Hey King.
Wow. You know what's amazing about that, Mace? Is that when you see Beyonce from the 6th row versus if you saw Beyonce from the upper deck at SoFi, like even though SoFi's sound system is incredible and the video boards are amazing, it's almost like you're not even really there, you know?
It's totally true.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you're in the 6th row, if you had a chance, did you have a chance to like look behind you and go, oh my God, like, look where I am.
Mason and I went to a concert one night and we looked behind us and we had better seats than Diana Ross.
Yeah, Diana Ross was behind us dancing.
And I thought,
how do we
my
get better
gosh,
seats?
did we luck
Is
out here?
Shadano there?
Yeah, what's up?
What are you doing?
I'm in Denver.
We were just talking about you.
Oh.
What